do this.
Discord just because it's funny.
Otis, you're asleep in your room. Otis can't hear us.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chapter 2 of the Wildspace Folktale. In our last adventure, the heroes met a new friend in the personage of Twig, the feral cat ranger, as our artist has labeled. They enjoyed a fancy restaurant, wandered around some weird city called Waterdeep they'd never seen before, and made friends with a small tabaxi named Minx, who bonded with Twig over cooking eggs. After a strange event happened, with crystalline vines growing through the city, creatures attacking people, do we call you heroes yet? Found yourself... I can't do anything about the lighting, unfortunately. I've tried multiple times, but thank you. You found yourself on a ship, escaping the devastation, that went airborne. Wandering through the void of space for a few moments, on a ship that seemingly just ignores it and puts up little bubbles of air, you ended up in the, as you were told, fancy rooms of the vessel that seemed incredibly hot, and possessed a few secrets that Twig found but hasn't revealed to anyone else yet. You all went to bed, not sure about the child squall that was left behind on the surface of Tyrrell, with the captain, Charles Peter Ulrich, saying that he would make way for a place called the Rock of Brawl that he was told would provide good information, or at least a source for you all to try and find out more if you wanted to. And you retired to your rooms. The next morning, you all awaken. But before we get to that, Otis, roll perception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Wow.
You're sleeping, that's all.
Well, this is probably going to be as
Do
low
elves,
as we can go.
do elves sleep?
Trance.
We transfer 4 hours.
Meditate.
They're
Yeah,
still out,
meditate.
they are still not focused or aware
Doing
of their
yoga.
surroundings.
Just doing the yoga.
If I remember right, trancing is basically reliving your life. It's how you keep your sense of self after several hundred years.
7.
7, you say? Yep, you all sleep through the night. It's wonderful. You wake up the next morning. Again, everything's dry, hot, but the key that you were given makes it nice and pleasant. As you each wake up in your room, you find that there is a small bundle laying by the door, with a little note saying, "Thinking of you."
I mean, I think that Twig would probably scurry really quick over there and see what's in it. Not read the card.
Alright, Twig, roll a d100.
$67.
67. Well, the first thing you find, I'll say, is a new tunic. Seems to be made of silk. It's very pretty, very soft. Doesn't quite fit you perfectly. It's almost as if it was made for someone else, but then kind of worked out for you because you were here instead of them. And you also find, oh, this is perfect for you, a small box. And when you open the box, you see 4 scones.
Well, seems like someone's left us a present here. Takes the tunic and just throws it aside, opens the box and says, breakfast, breaky for anyone. Kind of gives a sniff of the scones just to see what they taste like or smell like. He hasn't tasted them yet, but
All right. Let me know when you actually have one. Ortis, Chestnut, you all see the same thing.
There's a card with it, right?
Just says thinking of you or something. It's a platitude.
I mean, obviously, I would read it and I'm just gonna hug it and be like, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Who's it? Who's it from? Who's it from? Ortis, Nix, the other cat, that one guy we passed by. It could be anyone. And I'm just gonna open the package.
It's probably the kid downstairs.
You find
You know, the kid.
again clothes. These ones actually fitted to you. New tunic, nice pair of breeches, and you find a polearm. Has a 3-pronged head, and you, as you look at it, is engraved with coral and fish throughout.
Beautiful.
Does that smell like fish?
A little bit.
Drops the cones and scurries over there. Starts. That's quite nice, actually. Is this your fork?
Yes, that's my fork. I'm just gonna study it like really closely. Just kind of admiring it, watching it glint in the light. And then I'm gonna put on my new tunic.
All right. Ortis, you similarly find a new outfit, along with a cloak. The cloak is incredibly soft on one side, and seems to be like rain and water resistant on the outside. The only thing odd about it is instead of like a single point on the hood, you see 2 little points like ears. And it has a kind of striped pattern to it.
Black and white.
Brown and darker brown to black.
Can I look all in the room and get a general view of what's in the room?
Yeah, absolutely. As you look around the room, it is probably 15 feet on a side. It's not perfectly square, but square enough. No windows. One little area off to the side is cut away. It's a chamber pot and wash basin, but it's separated with privacy screens from the rest of the room. King size bed. And a wardrobe, and then off on the side you hear a gentle kind of chirp, chirp, chirp as you see there are 2 songbirds in a wicker cage sitting off to the side.
I put the cloak in my bag. Yeah, I put the cloak in my bag and I move aside the note. Is there anything else that's there?
Nope. As you're doing all this, you do hear a slight rumble outside, as if can I make that any darker? No, I can't. As if a large cat had run by and run into another room.
Was it just the one like pile? And we've gone through that whole pile, right?
In each of your rooms individually, there is a little.
Oh, we're all in individual rooms. Okay, see, I was thinking we were in one room.
Yeah, I
That makes
assumed
a
you
lot more
smelled
sense.
fish, ran out into the hallway, and then barged
Okay.
into Chestnut's
No,
room.
see that
So
makes a
that
lot
seemed
more
your character.
sense. Okay, I was thinking we were all in the same room. That was my bad.
Nope. You guys all had
Maybe
private
he's
rooms?
he's just imagining fish, I guess. Maybe it was fish biscuits. Maybe they're crab biscuits.
You can back it off if you want. I was perfectly content with you smelled fish
Yeah.
and barged in on Chestnut.
That works.
I probably wouldn't have had my room locked.
Yeah, I could get in regardless.
Okay.
Locks don't stop me. Right?
That'll stop you.
Pretty sure I have. Yeah, well, who knows?
Alright, so you guys are set with some new clothes, new gifts of some sort. How do you wish to proceed?
I think Twig's gonna take a bite of one of the biscuits.
Okay, as soon as you break the biscuit, roll me a d100.
I should probably find the other D10 for this set. 75.
As you go to take a bite of the scone, and your teeth crack it, you are blown backwards, not violently, but like bowled over, as an explosion fills the room with 75 scones.
Are you gonna share those?
This is, I can't possibly eat them all by myself, but this is quite nice, actually. The only thing I'm worried about is if you take a bite of that one, will we also get more scones out of the others, or?
I mean, we could try. Worst case, we make this the scone room, and I'll just come sleep in your room.
That's fair. I'm actually all right with that, actually. Just eating the scone.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bite of one.
For what it's worth, you'd each deal 1d6 damage, but
We should just take some of these for the road.
Right?
and make a note you have 3 of the original left now.
Okay. And then I've got 72 scones, 73 scones in my bag. I'm going to need a bigger bag, a bigger scone bag.
I love that you rolled this, because this was a very popular item the last time it came up in my random.
I mean, I could hold a couple for you. I mean, if you wanted me to. They are your scones.
Oh, by all means, if you'd like, one or two, I could probably spare maybe one or two.
Well, I don't have very big pockets, I guess. Two
Or
is...
three.
Oh, 3.
Well, yeah. So,
Yeah. It's very generous. 3 out of your 75.
That's only 70 more, actually. We each one, and I'll give you 3. And of course, the free regionals here in the box, but start scurrying and like throwing all the scones into his pockets and
I'm just gonna take my 3 and put them with my stuff.
They are essentially minor healing potions. They only keep for 10 days. But for 10 days, if you actually carry the scones around, you have 72 1d6 healing potions.
Hey, should we go find the rest of our friends? I mean, like, this ship is lovely, but I kind of want to know what else there is. I mean, did you go out exploring? I was really engrossed in this book. I couldn't bother to leave.
Well, came right here actually. I did go last night. This little boy downstairs, a chef, some guard. Not really good at his job actually. That's about it.
I didn't know there was a downstairs.
Well, you just follow the stairs.
Oh, right.
They go down.
Let's go find the others.
You guys step out.
I'm gonna go knock on Ortis's door.
Ortis, your door
Hey.
knocks.
Hey, what you doing? You okay? Maybe he's dead. You try knocking.
I'm gonna just try to open the door. Does it open?
You can't just open people's doors.
I'm assuming it's locked. Ortis, is it locked?
Yes.
The door appears to be locked.
Do I have the ability to pick locks? That is a good question. Do I have thieves' tools?
I'm just gonna keep banging on it, but it can't be very loud because I'm not very big.
I have a crowbar.
I guess I'm strong.
Ortis.
Oi,
There it is.
boots, boots. We got scones, breakfast. If you like scones, got maybe we have an
Try
extra.
putting one under the door, so he knows
I
it's
come
us.
unlock the door and barely open it.
Right as soon as you open it, there's like you see Twig like trying to shove a cone underneath or a scone underneath the door. Ah, got this for you. Picks it up and like hands it up to you.
Just imagine like a little
Dang.
muffin pail with the crumbs
You-
all. I pushed it back together.
Tastes a bit like crab, but they're good.
How you feeling? You're kind of quiet last night.
There was a lot on my mind.
Like what?
Like, why did we eat black chicken?
I look off to the side and kind of just stare off into the distance.
He does this sometimes. You'll get used to it.
Twig also stares off into the distance,
I guess I'll join.
Meanwhile,
trying really hard.
Vansel, not
Group
Vansel.
stare.
Nix, there's a knock at your door.
Did you say a D6? Is that what you said
Yes.
for healing? Okay.
Nix, your door.
Like
knocks.
Hackett. Yeah.
The most peculiar thing just happened. I saw a demon up on the deck. It threw its tea across the room.
This is Vansel, right?
Yes,
Demon on deck.
threw its tea, yes. It was a tiefling.
No.
Shall we go find our friends?
You're not going with me.
I'm not, but I have this new
Horrible.
fancy monocle.
No, that was horrible.
I feel like someone wanted me to tell it to you, though.
Yep. Wander out.
Yep.
I guess we should see if they're all alive still.
I'm certain they'll be alive. Let's go find out.
Sure.
All three of us are still looking. You quite? We sure what we're looking for is a person or more scones or?
Oh, we're just looking for what we're all looking for. Purpose. You hear as you see two people walk out in from down the hall.
Is it
The
them?
gang's back together.
We see like a
Nix
plethora
and
of
Vansel.
scones coming out of the room.
Oh, the rabbits are back.
I don't.
It's fascinating, but the rabbits now. I mean, I guess there's two of us and we have yours, but
Incorrect. This is the bunny. I'm the rabbit.
There's a difference.
This one's white.
They both taste the same.
Oh,
Lovely.
And, you know the little ones. The little animals, and not these big ones.
I don't know if you're telling the truth.
Why would
Does
it
it
be?
really
believe
matter?
rabbits in most places. Just that's all
Oh.
right.
Oh, really? Like, yeah, different places, different things.
I'm not a rabbit. I'm rabbit-like, but I mean,
But you're a bunny.
Yep. It's a bunny.
anyway.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I have so much to learn.
Hopefully everyone slept well and no one's dead. I think we're all good. Kind of grins at Nix.
There's still time.
Do people die here?
I didn't
No.
sleep here last night. I don't
There were
trust it.
concerns that this place is hell or something because of what Twig saw, and
Yep.
I was confident. You know, that Minx fellow seemed nice, and
You were confident enough, yet you didn't sleep here either.
I was keeping an eye on you.
I think maybe one of you might have left your cloak in my room as a green one. Came with a box of scones.
No.
Can't say as I did. Green's not my color.
Well, guess it's mine now. Go back into the room and grab the cloak. Tie it around his waist.
I see you have a new wardrobe, Chestnut. Very fancy.
Thank you. Thank you. Didn't you all get something? I mean, I thought it might be from one of you, but I don't know. I think I have a secret admirer.
There
I
are
wish
a
you
lot
luck.
of secrets here.
And Ortis is wearing the exact same outfit, of course.
Yeah, did you not get anything?
What else was in the basket aside from the cloak?
Just the cloak and like a new set of clothes in general. I initially had described it as a tunic, but then realized I wasn't restricting it to tunic. It was
Oh,
new season. Everyone gets a costume change. No, okay. That's how this works. We can't make new action figures unless you guys have different clothes on.
I did get a letter that said, "Oh wait, what did it say again? Thank you for what?
It's a Valentine thinking of you.
Yours,
Oh yeah, that.
Yours
say that, yeah.
specifically said, "I need to talk to you about your car's extended warranty."
No. Oh man.
So we all have admirers? Your mind said the same thing though.
I just
Thinking of you.
assumed it was for someone else, but if it's in my
You
room,
just take things that aren't yours?
I mean, I asked you lot.
I mean, you give something back though when you take something, right?
I gave you 3 scones.
This isn't the Feywild. You don't have to worry about that.
I can't keep up.
As I
mean, I
understand,
gave you
reciprocity
scones.
doesn't exist here. Regular people are selfish, I think it is.
Why did we leave?
This crab.
Oh wait, everything I knew
Selfish.
was gone.
I don't know why you left. I left because technically some rich git hired Nix and I to escort them home. Which, I hope it's not on that planet because... I mean, I looked this morning, it's not doing well.
Who was the owner of these
Is it the
birds?
It's a good question.
I just thought those were breakfast.
Did you eat your
There's not-
bird?
Not yet. I got scones. I have to figure that maybe lunch or dinner.
Maybe eat a vegetable.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, nothing.
All right.
Like a
We
carrot
did
or a
also
radish.
loot
or...
we did also loot the entire restaurant on the way out, so I'm sure there's something in there that resembles a vegetable.
There's a sort of window with a burning planet, people on fire, and it was right next to the kid with his chef.
I walk outside my door and lock it.
What? Where's? You
Like,
saw that crowbar?
You go back inside and lock it, or...
No, outside. I go outside and lock it.
Okay.
Oh,
I was confused too. I was like, you go back inside and say, fuck this is leave.
We're good, we're done, bye. Alright, Ortis has left the group. Right now. Yeah, you guys are standing in a very dry, very warm hallway. Silk rug along the ground in a kind of a bright orange color. Doors lining both walls. Again, no windows, but I mean, if you're on a ship, that would kind of make sense.
I'm going to find the owner of these birds. And I begin to walk off.
what did your bird do? Something different than mine? Mine just
You
sat
know-
there.
You had an opportunity to speak with him. He's back on the ship.
Did it hurt your feelings? You seem angry. Do you need to talk to the bird's manager?
Oh, was the bird mean to you? We could.
No.
I mean, we know a cat that would eat it.
No, the birds actually reminded me of home. And they sung beautifully. I was able to sleep soundly. Or meditate
You
soundly.
want to steal the bird.
That's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure it's just right down that way. Good luck.
Have you been here before?
No, but the other way's a dead end, so...
Okay. I began going the way that he pointed.
Because obviously you had your real life issue. As you're walking down, you get to the part that you recognize is the end of this hallway. There is a room that is a library, along with a portal doorway that goes back to, leads to the deck of the ship. And then to the other direction, you see a man in a red sleeveless tunic, sword across his back, black pants, black polished boots, that he's standing there kind of blocking a set of stairs to go down, like onto a landing and then go around the corner and go down further.
Is the library way open? Like, is the
Yes.
door open? Oh. I go up to the man and I say, "Can anybody just go in here?"
In the library? Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's the way back to the main deck of the ship.
I'm pretty sure anyone can go anywhere. When this twig's right behind you, you just didn't realize it. Sticks his head up. You know, unless they stop you, pretty sure you're allowed to go anywhere.
The
So
library
we're
is
not.
there for guests of the vessel as well as the crew.
So we're not allowed to go down there, and I point behind him.
Unfortunately, these are the private quarters of the ship's owner, and he has requested that no one can enter them while he is not present.
Is that the same stairs that Twig went down?
Yes.
Okay. It's fine. It's just a kid and a chef in some burning world. Nothing important. I don't think, anyways.
It's
Nothing
fine. It's just
important at all.
death.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay. I walk through the library.
Okay. Row upon row of books, but if you walk through the archway at the end of it, you find yourself moving through a series of coats. And you find yourself in a very different room. Again, you remember it from walking here in the first place, but you find yourself in a slightly darker room, lit by a couple of lanterns, a window off to one side that's shuttered currently, but there's some light creaking through. And it's a fairly bare bones room. There is a pedestal off to one side holding a golden statue of some sort, a writing desk off to another side, and you look around and you are actually standing out of a wardrobe.
This is a very peculiar machine.
Aye, but free coats. You look down and Twig's got a new coat on.
And these are available to the public.
I mean, they didn't stop us, did they? The guard said we can go anywhere, right?
You're right. I continue walking.
As you exit the door, you find yourself on the deck of a ship. A ship you remember last night. A ship looking a little different. It had white sails even when you ran aboard, taking to the seas to avoid the weird crystalline creatures that were ripping through the city. Where the sails stood, you see an enormous tree. Green foliage raising up probably a good 2 stories above the deck. And a series of gold-tinged red sails spiraling around it.
Do I see any people up here?
Yep, you see people going about. Honestly, you're not a sailor of background, so as far as you can tell, it looks reasonably like what sailors should be doing. You see people tying ropes, moving things, adjusting. This guy off on the side mopping an area of the deck. The only thing that makes this peculiar, other than the giant tree, is you kind of glance out and it's... oh yeah, I keep forgetting this because it's such a fun tidbit, but it's so normal. The floor entirely is grassed. There is no hardwood plank, so they're not mopping, they're mowing. Nice plush grass, big green tree. You look off to the side and you see a school of fish swimming by through the air.
I turn towards Twig and whisper, "Are we underwater?"
He's eating grass. Never tastes like you think it would, but I can't stop myself. Nah, I don't think so. Pretty sure this is air. It's flying fish. You never seen a flying fish before. I mean, me neither, but
A
Do
voice
you want
calls
one?
out. They're all good eats if you can catch one.
Do you want one?
Challenge accepted. I'm actually quite full for the first time in my life, I think. takes another bite of grass and starts. It pass.
Stop eating the grass. I'm gonna see if I can do this for you. I would like to try and. You said the fish are like just kind of just casually just like swimming in the air.
To be clear, they are swimming in the air about 100 feet out or so. But yeah, it's a school of fish that are just.
I would like to attempt to hit one that's like close to where we're at, or at least, yeah, close to where we're at, and try to firebolt it, but not too much to where it like singe it, but just enough to like knock it out and drop.
Okay.
Then already mage hand
All right.
to catch it.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Attack roll, or is it just a regular d20?
Attack roll. So your spell attack modifier.
Cool. 19. 12 plus 7.
Let's see here. I get the stats for this thing you're starting a fight with. Hopefully nothing happens badly here. Look, a solar dragon. No.
It's just the whole flock comes.
Right.
It's like
cool.
Pokemon. How familiar are you
Yeah.
with Wishy-Washy?
You're right.
Oh man.
That's all right. I heard if you damage them more, they just dissipate back into the little one.
Yeah, you hit. Roll your damage roll.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think I have any ranged weapons. Probably not.
That is okay. That makes up for 11.
I have a bow.
You blast it. It spins out from its school, kind of goes limp, and starts drifting towards the ship. Doesn't drift too far because Twig had readied an action and grabs it with.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. Are you one of the ones that via feature or something that makes it invisible, or is there a visible hand?
No, yeah, I mean it's you get it with the ranger subclass, but I think
Yeah.
it's just a regular mage hand. I don't think there's anything
As
special.
far as I know, it's the telekinesis feat, the Gith races,
Yeah.
and the arcane trickster. Is it
Right.
I just want
Oh, I like to imagine it's a cat's paw, not a hand. A mage paw.
Yep, a blue glowing cat's paw grabs a fish and starts towing it back towards the group. You are holding a fish that is about the size of a chihuahua. Actually, wait, I'm not thinking about this right. It's a small beast, about the size of a dog.
So it's about the size of Twig. Wait, how heavy is it? Probably heavier than 10 pounds. So I don't think the mage hand was like.
Honestly, you're in outer space with gravity not being an issue.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not going to
That's true.
constantly figure out the physics, but
That makes sense.
this is a
I'm about to say,
flavor
'cause-
thing. So
Yeah.
yes, you nudge it. At first, it's a little bit hard, and then it seems like it almost passes a barrier and starts moving towards the ship easily.
If he has any trouble, I'm gonna ready my mage hand as well.
Yeah, so especially between the two of you, if need be, you guys pull on a very large, three-eyed goldfish that is slightly singed.
Make quite the delicious lunch. It's already cooked.
One of the crew kind of glances. If you're gonna clean that, take it down to the mess first.
Oh yeah, to the kid and the chef. Yeah, right, got it.
They've kept walking, but they kind of look at you. No, Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, I think he said we're near a pier, or I don't see any land anywhere. But is Minx driving the ship?
Yes, actually. Not that you've seen her, but as you say, kind of ponder that out loud, a disembodied voice says, "What, you think I'm gonna let anyone else do it? They just fly it slow and they don't know how to maneuver and then they do stupid. What do you want?"
I got something for you. Something special.
"What?
Fish.
Those are fighting words. Are you trying to fight me? I have a rock."
I can't. I'm honestly not sure if she's serious or not. Oh, right. This could be fish eggs. You're like, maybe there's eggs in the fish.
Minx will accept this compromise. If you bring caviar, Minx can talk.
I got scones. Would you like a scone?
No,
Like in chicken?
I recognize those scones. They sound like ones I made. Never make the same thing twice. It's the most annoying thing ever. You make things and everyone's like, make more of them, Minx. And you're like, but that's boring because I already made it.
Minx, were these gifts from you?
No.
I use the knife in my inventory, because I have one, I think, to gut the fish right then and there to see if there's eggs inside the fish.
Roll survival.
Meanwhile, the crew's who just mowed is like,
While he's doing that, I asked Minx, "Where's the captain?"
I don't know. Look for the
Where's-
stupid hat or the stupid hair. His room's next to the one you guys went to sleep in, and should be. I don't know what he's doing. Not like he flies when I'm flying. He usually takes assurance of me. He might be asleep.
oh, shagging many women.
Yes, you find a roe sack, is it this time? I have no idea. But you find caviar.
Fine fish with egg.
Cut them out, and I'll just take them up to Minx and just leave the fish back there. I'll get that later. And this is for the ride, you know.
Minx gives you directions.
Poor little goldfish.
You walk
Yes.
across the back, towards the back of the ship. Let me at least get a quick shot of the deck for you, because I don't have the map ready, which is normally bad of me. Except that it's not like I've ever super prepared maps.
Oh, I'll take my new coat that I got out of the rack we just walked through and wrap the fish. I'll wrap it around the fish, and then I'll just carry it in the coat.
Okay. You
What
take
bags
a
is it?
brand new, probably expensive.
It wasn't his. It's just some random person, I think.
I'm sure all is well. Yeah, you guys see Twig wrap the fish up in a very expensive looking coat and then start walking towards the back of the boat.
Bag's actually a little full right now of scones, but this will do.
For the record, toss the map. You guys came out of room 2. And currently, Twig is being given directions back to room 5. So, you go to the back, you walk in another door, you pass 4 other doors, and you open a door that leads to a mostly empty room. You see weird pipes running along all the walls. Some to the floor, some clearly going through the floor, some along the roof. Some are giving off a faint mist of water. And in the center of the room, you see a chair that's just hovering. Not quite touching the ground, with a constant flame coming out of the bottom of it. Almost like the chair's on fire, but it's clearly not. And sitting on the chair is Minx, who's just kind of doing this. Kind of staring off into like a middle distance.
Oh, I thought you were.
Sailing. Ah,
thought you
you're
were-
here. Hi.
I thought you were driving this
I am.
ship. Right.
Why else would you drive a ship through space?
Actually, I don't know.
That's right. Makes
Here's
perfect
your
sense
eggs.
when you think about it. You put the. She just takes it, eats one. I am conflicted. They're eggs, but they're fish. Makes
Hey,
love to
this-
think on this.
Best of both worlds, actually.
You'll get. No, you're good. You're good.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Minx will have to figure this out. Sets the bag off to the side.
I have faith in you.
That's good. People should have faith in Minx.
Right. I'm gonna give the captain this here fish.
Yeah. Did you
Just-
learn to fly? I figured that's why you came back here.
No, I came back there to give you eggs.
Okay.
mean-
You should just knock on his door and throw it right at him. I'm sure
No,
he'll know.
don't knock. You just leave it in front of the door. He'll know it's from me.
If you want to learn to fly, I think you
That's
can.
brilliant.
And I think that elf that never talked and threw fire at everyone can do it if you guys want to learn.
He's back on the deck right now looking for the captain.
So do we all get our own floating chair, or
Oh, no,
this is
we would take turns. Normally it's just me and Peter do it.
I very
Well,
much like a turn in
Elon,
that
but
chair.
he's gone doing stupid stuff with you. Anyway, not important.
Can I sit there in that chair?
Sure, give me a second. Alon taught me what to do when I'm training a new pilot, and he said first thing I have to do is aim the ship in a death spiral towards whatever the biggest object is. So give me a second.
All right.
All right, there it is.
Pounce.
Everyone make a dexterity save as she
I don't
hops
like
out of the chair, and you guys all, the roller coaster feeling. The ship just goes down.
Oh gosh. 21.
13.
Wow.
What are we making? Acrobatics?
Dexterity save.
13 too. Yay.
If you got at least a 12, you're fine.
Okay, good.
Oh god.
Otherwise, you're knocked prone. No damage or anything like that. Just it's a weird prone too, because you're not actually hitting the ground, or just you're
We're just like,
falling in sync with the ship.
Now it's just Twig that's in this room.
Yeah, but the
Minx,
whole boat
right?
did this.
Okay,
You guys
but
could
we're
have followed.
not with them.
Yeah, anyone could have come
No,
with.
no one declared
I
if
was,
they
I
had
was
or
just
not,
in the
so-
doorway.
I mean, I'm
Minx
assuming
is
Minx
there?
was casting message, so it just sounded like Twig was talking to himself, and then he walked off. So
I was apologizing for you gutting that fish on the boat.
For what it's worth, everyone heard Minx's
oh, you did?
voice.
Okay. Okay.
Not that we've gone into the details of it yet, but essentially the helmsman can talk to anyone on the
Okay.
vessel.
Cool.
Think full-on message and arcane eye for the entirety of the ship.
Cool.
All right, hop on.
Oh, he's already in midair and hopped. He pounced.
Okay.
So as soon as Minx gets off, he should be landing
As
on
soon
it.
as you sit on the chair, you get, that sensation when a limb falls asleep
Mm-hmm.
and it wakes up and it's got the little pins everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have that
I know
everywhere.
feeling. Oh. He's still trying to. He was starting to knead the chair, just to make it become more comfortable. But then his paws get all tingly.
And the ship just lurches to a stop. Roll your choice, Arcana, or just a raw intelligence check, or no, you're a spellcaster, so you can use wisdom if you want.
Do we need to make an dex check as we all go?
No.
Well, probably not an animals. It's probably not animal handling. I rolled a 3 plus 0 for Arcana. It would be plus 5 if I used Wisdom. Either way, it's below 10.
You are sitting there, and you guys all feel the ship move again, and it's slowly, very slowly and staggeringly kind of...
Moves every time he needs the chair. And then moves
You're
again.
driving a stick shift for the first time.
Yeah. It's to the motion of the...
Yep. My God, what are you doing?
I actually don't know.
Stop it. All you do, look, you focus on the thingy, and you look and you see if there's anything in your way, and then you have the majigger go forward, and then you get there. It's simple.
I'm already bored. He jumps out of the chair.
Boat just kind of lurches to a stop.
You do you, mate.
hoping to get back up. It's just been me and Peter for the last 3 months. Anyway, sits down in the chair. Chair just starts going. You guys see, for anyone who stayed on deck, sees door number 2, because door number 3 is where you guys went. Door number 2 open, and a figure wearing nice full coat nobleman's outfit with a white powdered wig comes strolling out, looks around and says, Minx, I've already been over this with you. When you do that out here, we move God knows how far. Where are we? Which gives you both a moment to realize, yeah, the stars look nothing like they were a few seconds before that lurching sensation. Of course, you're not going to answer me, goddammit. Go stomping across the deck of the ship. All right.
Twig walks by. As he walks by, he's got the fish heading towards the captain's room. Because that was the captain, right? Captain
Yes.
Pete. Okay.
Captain Pete.
Flop. And then just...
You flop a dead fish down in the captain's rooms.
I think he'll like that, actually. It's quite a nice fish.
All right.
I think he'll get the message. You know, that he's doing a great job.
There's a brief argument that happens, but he walks back out onto the deck.
I'm gonna move the fish to the captain's bed.
I assume that's where it was in the first place, so sure.
Okay.
I was just putting it right in front of the door.
Ah, okay.
Usually I'll leave like a dead mouse or rat or something, but
Is that a custom here? Fish in the bed?
No, but he's been a little secretive, so I feel it's kind of deserved.
No, you
I call
already knew. You know Peter, Captain.
Known him all of one more day than you have.
fish in the bed's like Christmas.
Yeah, see, he should be happy.
What's Christmas?
Fish. It's when you wake up with, food in your bed. Well,
That
it's
sounds
when you wake
like
up in a bed.
You're gonna get ants.
Ants are nice. They don't bite hard. Well, sometimes. It depends on the ant. Just share the food with them. It's fine.
Where are we going?
It's a good question.
Why are we here?
Another good question.
Thought that was... hitting the mics. Sorry.
We are going. You see the captain coming back out. Apologies. We're technically going to the Rock of Brawl because it's the only landmark I know of out here. And
You said you weren't in space before. How do you
I
know of any
wasn't.
landmarks?
my business partner told me about the place. Gave me coordinates and how to get there.
That'd be the gentleman that owns the rooms.
He owns the ship, yes.
The fancy rooms. Alright.
Owns the whole ship. I'm just the captain serving at his pleasure. But no, I apologize. We're apparently off course by... I don't know. Apparently these vessels are ridiculously faster in an emptiness than they are with locations around.
So where are we going, though? I mean, besides the landmark, after the landmark.
Honestly, I was going to a place called Rock of Brawl because my business partner said that it was a good place for knowledge, and I need some place to drop off
Knowledge?
all of you that are not part of the vessel and crew. Well, yes,
Oh, wait, you're just gonna ditch us there?
I mean, if you wanted to join the crew, I suppose we could talk about wages and responsibilities.
Oh, boy.
But
I do not recommend that just now.
Pat.
no, I
Kind of hot.
you helped me deal with a bunch of vagabonds, and I was happy to give you journey off of the rock being dissolved by green crystal vines.
Right. It
Just-
just happened. It happened so fast. I want to make sure we, Thank you.
As far as I was seeing it, I mean, there's no sense in letting people die if they don't have to. You were
Oh.
there, you helped me, you get on the boat. I'm going to a place that hopefully can find information for your planet. I don't know. I'll be really honest.
Know a lot.
I'm laying low from a bigger situation somewhere else that's not important
Tell
to
me
this.
more.
It's not important to this. Roll persuasion.
Oh, that's a natural one.
A natural one. It's not important right now. It's just my business partner has another issue going on. He wants me not involved in it.
So who's your business partner?
Oh, my friend,
Business
Alon.
again.
Did we meet them?
I don't think
I
so.
mean, we've met so
No.
many new people.
He
I just
was indisposed last I checked.
like in the
Oh, sorry,
bathroom.
people.
No, like, again, as I said, there's the biggest situation going on that's not relevant to here. To be honest, we are laying low, and a elven nobleman and his 2 bodyguards hired us to escort him to his home, which may or may not have been that planet we just left. So I haven't even had a chance to talk to him yet. And then Minx decided to shoot us. I don't know where we are now. So we're getting everything back on track, and we'll be headed towards a place that, at the very least, you should be able to charter another vessel to some
You're
other
gonna
place.
abandon us. Yes.
We can talk more. I'm not less abandoning, because that implies like a maliciousness. I'm just giving you a ride somewhere.
I like your hat. Then I'm just gonna walk off.
Nods to the rest of you. And any questions or concerns? I mean, I don't know much more than you do when it comes to outer space like this, but
None.
I don't think so.
all right then. I'm
Didn't
gonna
you
go.
have a question about the birds? Elbow Ortis. This is the guy to
Ortis.
talk to about the birds.
I was staring out in space again.
Orders.
He's just thinking about what he just said.
So you don't want the birds?
All right. I guess there's no questions. I will. Look, I'm obviously here, and I'm not on duty right now. So if you have any more that come to your mind, don't hesitate to find me.
I
How
go back
many-
to Minx.
How many hats do you have, by the way?
47.
You know every single one, like color and type and
Yes.
style, stuff like
mean,
one.
To be
One went
honest,
missing.
47, and there's only like 8 variables. I just have extras so they don't get dirty, or they can
So
be
felt like
worn while the others are being cleaned.
if like one went missing, like someone took
I
it
would probably notice eventually. Yes.
eventually. Got it.
Did you want a hat?
No,
You'd look lovely in one.
I mean don't know
The
what
top
I'd use
hat
it.
and the monocle and the cane.
If you have a spare, I guess. I don't know. I've never used a hat before.
Let's see what would look good on you.
Give
I
him a
imagine-
rapier as well.
I imagine everything. But, gentleman's cane.
Let's see here. I'll be right back. I have just the thing for you.
That's the day that Twig traded his cane or his stick in for a gentleman's cane. He could probably still cast Shillelagh on a gentleman's cane, right?
He comes back a moment later and says, "This is one of my favorite hats for wintertime," and hands you a fur trapper hat.
Like puts it on and it like covers his eyes because I'm assuming Pete's medium
He's
size.
a human, yeah.
Yeah.
You can unclip the sides and bring it down to cover your ears.
I think it's working.
Looks good on you.
Thanks. You're normally not supposed to be able to see out of these things, or
Oh, he tilts it up for you. It's still big, but kind of. Is that better?
Slowly falls down. Aye, yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite worn. Thanks. I gave you something as well. Hope you like it.
I'll have to take a look. Thank you. Turns and walks quickly away. Boris, you said you walked back to Minx. So you go through a hallway. There's 5 doors. The 5th door is open a little bit. And you see a small cat whose picture is in the NPC list sitting on a flaming chair.
Hello, Minx.
What can the great Minx do for you?
Did you know the captain was going to abandon us out of the middle of nowhere?
No. Hold please. Peter, how are you going to abandon them? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No. Okay. He says he's not abandoning you. He says he's taking you to a safe place.
A safe place where?
I don't know. Alon says someplace called Brawl. Doesn't sound too safe to ask me. You know, brawls usually involve punching, but you look strong, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
Have you been there before?
No. Don't worry, Boots. I'm sure it's safe.
How about you teach me how to fly?
All right. Everyone make dexterity.
Son of a bitch.
14.
As this time you all feel the boat do this and this.
7.
Again, DC was 12. So like, here's the boat. And you suddenly feel lurching to the side.
Probably just fly over.
Yeah, sure. Nix, you go flying off the edge. But then you
Lovely.
then you look and you're like you're going sideways with the ship. And when it eventually comes to a stop, you just kind of go against the railing. It's like gravity pulled you that way instead of down. Nix jumps off. All right, get in the chair.
Thanks.
Artis, get in the chair.
Me?
Artis, we're going to hit a planet. Get in the chair. The ship is falling. Get in the chair. Oh my god, hurry up.
I get in the chair slowly.
Touches the arm of the chair showing. This is Minx. I'm trying to train a new person. He's not responding quick. If we all die, it's not my fault. It's Boots.
I get in the chair.
Far longer than with Twig, you all have that sensation of.
I'd probably like reflexively like grab onto the side with like a dagger or something, like a la falling down an ice pick mountain or something. It's like...
You get in the chair. Your body is overcome with that pins and needles limb sleep waking up sensation. Roll me Arcana. As soon as that sensation hits you, the entire ship just comes to a dead stop.
14.
All right. We'll get back to that in just a second. The 3 of you on deck, roll perception.
14.
15.
16. That'd be funny.
Again,
11.
those of you who beat a 12. Sorry, Nix.
These dice hate me.
Those of you who beat a 12, look up. And there's a planet that you are way too close to. And it's covered in those red glowing green vines. And the crystalline structure is just exploding everywhere on the ship, around the planet, like crushing it. And as you're watching,
Not how I die.
the entire planet goes dark. And a single pulse of light, like, coalesces in those crystal vines and then launches itself off towards a star in, I say the distance, but it's a star. We all understand how far away stars are. Meanwhile,
Is that
That's not
normal?
Don't think so.
You don't. Oh, but I think we almost died.
random crewman, never seen nothing like that before. First time I
So-
saw it was your place.
Oh well, we should just keep going. Just pretend you don't see it.
It's usually the best.
Oris,
Yeah.
you find yourself having a vague perception of the galaxy. Your mind breaks for just a second as you are grasping exactly how small you are. But then things start to coalesce, can make sense. It becomes less about how vast everything is and more, here's you, like, you're almost looking at a video game, like a three-dimensional space map, and you can see the ship you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And you see various, not that Ortis understands the concept, but you see various asteroids, planets, other stars. And kind of on impulse, you see an object closest to you. And you kind of touch the vessel mentally, and it starts moving that way. And from your perspective, it's going, slowly across the map. You guys all see the stars just turn into streaks, a la like jumping into hyperspace, as the ship is just moving. No sensation of movement. You guys are fine. There's like a very slight forward momentum for a second, and then everything evens out. You think about it for a few seconds more, Ortis, and you have kind of a dual perception of the thing you're looking at, and almost as if you're like sitting behind the ship in the third person video game view, and you can see the ship just moving forward, and you can see everyone walking on the ship. Think playing like Black Flag Assassin's Creed. When you're piloting the ship, you're kind of you can see everything going on it.
Yeah.
So that's how you fly the ship. I didn't know it went this fast. We found that out when we got out here.
Indeed.
I'm gonna go take a nap. Have fun.
At least point me in the right direction first.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. Where's right direction? And then told me this. It should be north, but shit. God damn it, Alon, there's no north here. Touches the chair for a second. That one looks good. Points to a random planet. Nick's gonna take a nap. Have fun.
All right.
As the ship is still hurtling forward, you guys see Minx come wandering out.
What are you doing? Shouldn't you be up there?
I know, the new guy's flying. Boots is pretty good at it. I'm gonna take a nap.
Wait. Our guy?
Yeah, he's a natural. Put him in the chair. Ship went boom. Great.
I'm gonna climb over the edge, by the way.
You have no trouble doing that.
I'm gonna run into the room and go check on Ortis.
Can I cast a spell while I'm in this chair, or no?
Let me check. I will answer in a second, because I've still been learning the new Spelljammer rules, because for the longest time I used the rules based on the helm that's in the bottom of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Which is much too slow. There it is. Sorry, one second. No. When you're actually piloting, you cannot cast spells. There's nothing to stop you from getting the ship will stop, but there's nothing to like stop you from getting up if you needed to. But while you're actively
Okay, I'm gonna try to flavor this before she comes in. If I'm allowed to. So what I want to do is hmm. Is it just no in general, or is it just no based off of concentration?
it's taking your concentration. And
Oh,
for that matter, your perceptions are not exactly in your body right now.
crap. Okay.
Like, in theory, you could make some checks and blindly think about the way it works when you're in a familiar senses.
Mm-hmm.
Your character could probably technically cast a spell, but you don't know what you're aiming at or what's going on around you. Or
Well, I just want to make a sound. That's all I want to do with minor illusion. That's
yeah,
all I
sure.
want to do. So pretty much while I'm driving or piloting the ship, um, I just want to. I don't know if you all are familiar with it, but it just makes me think of it for some strange reason. But I just want to have like the Halo theme playing. It's just a flavor thing. I just want to have the Halo theme playing while I'm driving. So if somebody like tries to come in my space, they'll hear the oh, you know.
Yep, you hear Minx's voice, Weeb. No. Yeah, sure. You walk into Latin chanting,
Was
and you see Ordis just sitting on a flaming chair, kind of staring off into the middle distance.
I'm just gonna step back out of the room and like shut the door,
Sound cuts off just because it's not loud enough to penetrate the
and then I'm gonna go to Twig and Nix and be like, guys, I think
Oh,
he's
that's
finally
perfect.
lost it.
That's perfect.
You know what? Autism could use a hobby. Maybe he can lose it a little bit. That's fine.
His boot. He lost his boot, or both of them, or just one.
No. Boots has his boots. There's chanting now, and I
From
don't
the
feel
Is it-
comfortable in there. So
Does it
boots.
sound
Boots.
demonic?
I mean, it's definitely nothing I've ever heard. I kind of, it makes me feel weird.
Oh, I'll go check it out. Oh, man, what the hell have you gotten yourself into?
I'm gonna just like follow behind Nix, like I don't want to, just at a safe distance. Like I'm still coming, but I'm
I'm a full pike away from Nick, so if Nick gets weirded out.
Right, you guys head in. Just as a reference point, Ordis, from your perception of speed, because again, for no one else, it doesn't look like it's moved. You have the hyperspace effect, but you don't have the sensation of moving. You are currently traveling 4 million miles per hour. Just for your knowledge, in a wooden boat.
That's a very steady. We're gonna die.
I just want that perspective for you.
I don't like that
Oh,
perspective. I want over the
okay.
edge.
Space is big.
Indeed. 4 million miles.
No, it actually specifies that it's like when you're in the Spelljammer helm, you can move the ship through space, air, water up to the ship's speed. However, if the ship is in space and there's no objects weighing 1 ton or more within a mile of it, it travels at 100 million miles per 24 hours. As the magic of the chair essentially course corrects around, asteroids and small things that would just...
Okay.
Nix and Chestnut, you reopen the door.
see, it's unnatural. I feel like we should be shooting something.
Oh man.
You know what? He seems fine.
So
If-
you
if
just
he
want we just
suddenly-
leave him? We just leave him here? Just
If he suddenly like engulfs in fire and can't douse himself, then I think we should be concerned. But he seems fine right now.
Well, I
You
mean,
hear,
he
you hear
probably-
this conversation, by the way, Ordis.
he probably would have just fireballed himself, I guess. That does kind of fit. So
Probably.
So, since I'm using minor illusion, can I also speak, or can I speak like Minx? Is what I meant. Is what I'm pretty much. While they're talking to each other, I say, "Do not fear."
Great.
I don't like this. Yeah, I'm gonna close the door again and just back out. Yeah. This is out. This is out of my hands.
Meanwhile, Twig, you're sending me a message. Let me see if this corrects what I'm about to say to you. You know what? Yes. His being the pilot, right? Or someone else?
No, yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
No, I just sent you the.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Twig, as you're back on deck looking around, a figure steps up beside you. I don't recognize you. Are you one of the ones my bodyguard said they were meeting up with?
Yes.
Excellent. Then I'm sure you're up to the qualifications. Nick seemed like they were not the type to cut corners.
All right. Yeah, Nick's a sharp fellow. That one. Very smart, and he's got a that large scythe thing. Definitely
True.
friend of mine. Known him for a long time.
Of course. Well, he skipped introductions. Prince Zella.
Oh.
Pleasure to meet you.
Prince. What?
Zella.
Prince Zelith. Oh. I've actually met someone named Prince before, but it's a lovely first name there. I like your this. What is that? A skirt or? I don't really actually know what that is that you're wearing. It's fancy.
Standard regalia for the Zoxisian Empire, but not important here.
All right. It's Twig. My friends, they call me Twig.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Twig.
Likewise. Do something for your prince, or
No.
Okay.
Nick said he had companions he was picking up in that backwater town. I assumed you were one of them.
Oh yes, of course. Can't get you don't get much better than Twig. Space companion you'll ever meet. Do all sorts of things like cook. I'm the cook.
Excellent to know, Twig. Perhaps when we get home, you would like to consider staying on.
Where's home? I actually don't really know where my home is. Don't really remember much.
More the reason we're traveling to Zoxis.
Sounds like a place.
Indeed it is, my friend.
It's
The center of the universe.
sounds quite lovely. Place, and they keep the random presents, coming to the room. The biscuits and scones, and the free birds, and I'm always here to serve you. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say here. I'm just spiraling.
You're doing quite well, don't worry about it. Just puts a hand on the railing and kind of looks out.
He'll put his hand on the railing, like a little bit higher up, and is this a thing that all people do is just look around, or we.
I'm just enjoying the view. My people's vessels don't allow this openness. Fascinating. Imagine the fact that we're flying this fast.
Favorite part actually is
essentially exposed.
I just like that there's no water. It's my best part. I don't usually go on boats.
Indeed. No water where we come from. Our planet is gone dry.
Is it on fire or?
No, we just bring in water from the outside. Long story short, suffice to say our sun was tampered with a long time ago. We found ways around it.
It's a lovely story. Thanks for sharing. I woke up next to a tree once. And actually there wasn't water either. But eventually found some and drank it. I got worms. Didn't feel great.
Chestnut and Nix, as you guys exit, you see Twig talking to, from Chestnut's perspective, random weird dressed elf. From Nix's perspective, the guy that you helped out back in the Feywild that hired you on. Nix, your new friend is charming.
You got a new friend there, Nix? Are we gonna meet him or?
I think you're the new friend.
This is the prince talking to me?
Yes.
You've
Very
seen that
deliberately
before.
putting too much effort into...
Toothy grin, like the grin, like...
You get used to that. That's just how Vansel is.
Well, not Vansel. We met him already. No, this Twig fellow. You ought to tell me your real name eventually, but that's funny, Twig.
Yes. Funny. Ha ha.
Really, no, it is the joke. Yeah, I must have missed something, but...
All right.
Nice to meet you. I haven't met you yet.
Oh, another of the companions, Prince Zeleth.
Yes.
Oh, Chestnut.
Yeah, like does the hold the hand with the ring thing.
I'm gonna grab just like a trinket out of my pocket, like a stone, and just put it in your hand.
Just don't
It's
stop it.
it's the blue sparkly stone.
The one that was pooped out.
The poop stone.
No comment. No comment.
Thank you. Your Chestnut, you said? Oh,
Yeah.
Did you not say, in which case I'm sorry.
I did say no. Oh no, I have manners.
Pleasure to meet you, Chestnut.
You too.
Has Nix told you about what we're doing?
Not yet.
I was trying to
kind
cover
of
for you.
Ran away from
We've been
That's
busy.
and resting.
Nix here agreed to be my bodyguard on a trip back to my home.
Oh,
Said he had some
bodyguard. Oh, they use friends exactly.
I believe the exact word was companions, but
Oh. Semantics.
agreed.
Why do you need a bodyguard? You seem very sprightly.
Suffice to say, I've already avoided 3 other assassination attempts. I have to imagine
Assassinations?
He almost got murdered by chickens.
Chickens? Like mutant chickens? Or like are chickens in this world different than in the Feywild? Are they large?
No, these are fey chickens.
Oh, well, I guess that makes more sense.
It's to be expected. How else do you ensure that you have the skills necessary to rule?
By getting killed by chickens?
By showing that you can survive against your siblings.
Oh.
The attempt was very weak. I'm assuming one of my younger siblings. Perhaps
Yeah.
Kayano or Zez.
So where are you going now?
Back home. My father's been getting older. It's time to make sure I'm there.
You're gonna kill your dad. I mean, no.
I made up a random name. It is not that name. I apparently accidentally said a different NPC. No one's name that matters has been said, at least not intentionally.
That'd be great.
No, I think I said Kellana or something like that. So they're all Zell
Kellogg.
something.
I always wanted to kill a Kellogg.
Captain Kellogg of the walls.
Well, if not kill, maybe maim with it. Hit really hard on the knee or permanently injure.
No, I have to
we can do that.
They don't need all the fingers.
I mean, after all, 4 of my other siblings have attempted, and they're all gone now. So.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
It's all starting to kind of click together. Well, it's been nice,
It has.
Your Highness.
I was telling Twig you should consider staying on when we reach Soxus. I'm sure we could find work for all of you. Loyalty to the crown is not ignored often.
We'll see.
Hey, I've never owned socks before, so I think
Buddy,
getting a pair of socks will be really nice, actually.
We can get you those anywhere. I think.
Eternal certitude for socks.
I don't actually wear socks.
Princess, give Twig a sock.
Twig is free.
As you guys are having this conversation, the ship slows.
Oh, does someone need to go check on that? I don't like doing it.
Another vessel comes into view, approaching the Darkatia from the stern.
Maybe we should be concerned about that battle music he was playing in his head now. Probably just saw there's another ship. I'm going to.
You're not sure that it's even a ship. It looks like a Titanic moth. Then you realize the wings are not moving. The vessel is just moving towards you.
The big bug.
Yep, giant moth with wings made of iridescent crystal, similar to the color and luster of the vines that ravaged Churil before you left. You can just make out figures on the vessel's deck scrambling, and they seem to be arming some type of device.
And someone should probably bring boots back this, and he holds up a boot, one of Ordis's boots.
Has he been missing a boot this whole time?
Do I see this?
If you're focusing on them, yes, you see the ship. You abruptly lurch out of hyperspeed, for lack of a better term, because you came in range of another thing within a mile that's heavy enough to have its own gravity and screw with things.
I speak overhead and I say, "Are any of the ship's defenses online?" That is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry.
That is interesting.
If anyone cares, that Spelljammer is called a Starmoth.
Boots casts Shillelagh on his club and starts hitting it in his hand. He's like, "Aye, defenses are online, mate. We got this." Also, you lost a boot. I found it, though. I got it for you if you're missing something. It didn't fit, by the way. Feet are too big. Well, your feet are too big anyways.
At which point Pierre comes charging back out. Be online in Who is this and why are you on my helm?
Twig, we literally talked about 5 minutes.
Not you, friend. Who's piloting? Meanwhile, the rest of you, catapults, ballista. I don't know what these people are, but better safe than sorry.
Is he talking to
friendly?
Is he talking to us, or are we supposed to be grabbing something? Or
for fuck's sake, he turns and walks by, and you see several crewmen running to different areas on the ship.
No, I'm pretty sure we were just going to be let off on the nearest port. So no, he's talking to his people he's keeping around.
It just was kind of awkward. He just yelled at a command and they just stood there. So
He probably thinks he's sitting in the fancy
See
chair where he could talk to
people
anybody.
pushing weird. They almost look like bells, but much narrower and longer. Pushing them up to one side of the ship as he marches back towards where you guys know Ortis is sitting.
Maybe he's gonna hit
Careful.
Mortis with one of those bells. Get him to stop playing bell music.
maybe it's a concert or something. Maybe these are the fellows that are coming for the show.
Yeah, that's the extra sound. Makes sense.
Ortis, you feel someone walk into the room with you. Do you have battle experience?
On the ground or in space?
Which one do you think applies?
Well, if we can wake Minx up, I have plenty of battle experience.
Sure, tell one of your friends to wake up Minx.
I use message on Twig. Can you go wake up Minx?
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Which is
That
even
makes a lot more
funnier.
sense. Yeah. It's just like, no one can hear this. He's just like, I think. Don't actually know where Minx is. Well, I'm sure. Man, he just yells like super loud. Oi, Minx, wake up!
One of the crew gives you directions to room 7, which is downstairs in the cargo deck in the back.
Oh. Looks like
As you
just
see them-
scurries off.
As you see them picking up a huge metal ball and shoving it into the bell. And then using a giant Q-tip to shove it down further.
He'll just scurry off and just, if the door's locked, he'll try to get in. And if not, he'll just kind of
Door's
bang
not
on the
locked.
door. Okay.
You open the door, you see chaos. You see various colored crystals, powders, vials. All the vials are tightly stoppered, but they're just laying haphazardly everywhere. And in the center of the room, you see an enormous pile of hay. And at first you think the room's empty, but as you look a little bit closer, you see the hay moving.
Oi, Minx, there's a fish on your chair driving the ship.
Minx is sleeping.
Fish.
Tell someone to eat it.
Actually, that's a giant, I don't even know what it is, a giant sheep, bug or something.
Sheep or a bug, which is okay, you're not making any sense.
It's just kind of, how big is Minx?
Small.
Mhm.
Like 3 foot, 3.5 feet.
Well, just kind of, he's going to try to get underneath Minx and kind of like fireman carry him. I saw this once. I think this will work.
As I realize I've not rolled a dice yet, and I don't think I have one out. Hold please. It's been all you guys making saves. Here, D20. Here's a D20. With a nat 20, as you
Whoa.
hoist her up, a rock comes flying out. And hits you for 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
I was waiting for like that Nick Fury and the Flurkin moment.
That would have been good too, but no, she like struggles and just puts her hand on the back of your head, a la what Thor threatened to do to Loki in Ragnarok. And a rock just goes wham, hits you right in the face.
How much did you say? 11?
11.
Damage? Okay.
Magical bludgeoning for what it's worth.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Do not touch Minx when Minx is sleeping.
Well,
What do you want?
I actually don't want anything. Actually, maybe something for this
You hook me up and you don't want anything?
head. There's a ship coming. They said, "Wake up! Hey, wake up, Minx!" So I did, and you threw a rock at me head.
Boots is gonna get us all killed. Alright, fine. You owe me eggs.
No,
Here.
you owe me a blood or something.
Here you go. Rummages through the pile and comes up and hands you a jar.
I gave you eggs already.
Let's try about this. Need more eggs. You woke me up. She walks out. You have a small jar of red jelly or
I thought you were going to say
Play-Doh
pudding.
or pudding, maybe. Yeah, it is a red substance of some sort.
Am I supposed to be drink this?
Figure it out. Walks off.
He'll take the chicken egg that Minx gave him. Think about putting it on the thing. Now the little bastard threw a rock at my head. Give him an egg and just walks out. Eating a scone as he's going out.
Meanwhile, back on deck, Peter comes walking back out. Altus, do your best to run away. Looks like we're slower than them, though, so I'm sure you'll do fine. Slaps you on the shoulder and walks out. Battle stations, we're going to be boarded. Don't know exactly what they want, but they don't look friendly. And you lot there, if you're wanting to potentially not get off at the next stop, prove yourself useful. How good are you with fighting?
Not at all. I'm not a fighter.
All right.
Hopes
Nix,
as well.
you go hide in the corner since you're non-combatant.
All right, that's a good idea.
What?
I told the captain.
Me too.
Oh,
I'm not a fighter. What are these weapons?
Very good, Chester.
I told the captain, sir, I need a weapon.
You're
What
piloting
weapon?
the Darkotia.
This
You
doesn't have
10
any.
guns on left side, on port side. 10
10 on
more
starboard.
on starboard. They'll fire on your command. Do your best until Minx gets here.
And you want me to outrun this thing?
No. I want you to keep an eye, and if it looks hostile, blow it out of the sky.
Sounds good, sir.
You guys do get about a minute to prepare if you want. Anything in particular you want to do as the ships try to maneuver around, but the other one's clearly gaining on you?
I'm not a fighter.
I'm not fighting.
Twig will walk out from the hallway or wherever he was and see everyone manning arms and just make his stick glow again. I'll just precast Shillelagh. It lasts for a whole minute.
It's cantrip, yes.
Yeah. It's just like,
We will go with the assumption that it's ready when it needs to.
Yeah, exactly.
You have plenty of preparation time.
He'll just stand there.
You do get a brief moment of confusion as Chestnut and Nix are declaring that they are not fighters.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's not really surprising.
I'm just gonna stand slightly too close to Nix. Just
I love that Twig says that. He's like, yeah, argue with me. Come on.
Yeah. It's all right. When you die, I'm taking that new fork of yours, the fish one.
I just realized the person who's not a fighter is carrying two pole arms.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to hide them
That's
in my
what she
tunic.
eats. It's a fork and a knife.
The ones that are bigger than I am.
All right. Ortis. Roll me an Arcana check.
13?
Okay. actually managed to keep distance with the ship. And then something on the enemy ship fires. And you see
I know this is D&D, but is there any possible way we can intercept that attack?
in what way?
Like, depending on what's being fired, like if we can see it coming towards us to be able to like shoot it so it won't hit the ship. If that makes sense.
Sure. What do you want to do? I mean, you gave me the general idea, but go ahead, call it up.
If his aim is straight for us, it's just one?
To start with, yes.
Okay. Then I'll just order 2. You said 10 on each side?
Mm-hmm.
I'll order 2 people on whichever side it's on to fire at it, just in case if one misses.
Okay. Roll a spell attack.
Oh, cool. Even better. 26.
You call it out. The ship in proper on the sea, going this way, turns slowly. And you see as 2 of those huge bells let out deafening roars. And you see the incoming catapult stone get hit.
By the way, your ship was like this, so we couldn't really see what you were doing.
Oh, it was just...
Okay.
Interesting ship.
Isn't it, though? No, just like a real sailing ship. It keeps going forward and it turns so that the port comes aiming back and then fires.
Imagine we're going to be boarded. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, especially because we're not fighters. Why aren't we fighters? You know what? We'll talk later.
I don't really trust the captain. I mean, if we get...
He's seen us fight.
No, I know.
That doesn't mean we're fighters.
That's fair.
Could be scrappers.
Chestnut, get inspiration. Give you props. You're just so much. I want to be everyone's friends. That just Nick said something completely made no sense to you, and you're like, but we're going with it because we're friends.
No, well, if the captain gets knocked out, then sure, we can definitely fight back then, but I really don't trust him. I'll tell you later.
Finally, someone will tell me something.
All right. This continues for another few moments. Go ahead and roll one more Arcana for piloting and one more spell attack. Mortis?
10 for Arcana. 17 for spell attack.
Okay. You, unfortunately, you're trying to maneuver, you're trying to get things going. You, unfortunately, don't really have a concept in full place of what you're doing versus like how a boat should behave. And so you are slowly losing distance, but you do shoot another mangonel stone out of the air. And the moth kind of goes up, and then flies in. You guys see ropes go flying out.
Uh-oh.
Hook onto the side of your ship as your ship goes up to dock with it.
Crap.
And you hear Peter go, "Well, I'm shocked and appalled that this worked out the way it did. Battle stations, prepare to defend yourself, repel borders. And you see him pull out a weird shaped wand. Everyone may roll initiative.
Oh boy. 12.
21.
So what I'm hearing is Chestnut is first, if she wants to do anything. Everyone else?
I got 12 if you didn't hear me.
Yeah, I heard the 12 and the,
Oh,
the
right.
20.
Oh, I didn't realize I muted myself instead of
see.
unmuting. 7 for me.
8.
Mix in Twig. That's all right. On that initiative, Chestnut, you're not being a fighter, but technically you have first response as you see 3 elves and 10. You're not sure exactly what to make of them. They appear almost primate-like, but with drooping capes, or maybe it's their arms.
Okay. How far away are they?
Within 30 feet at this point, because they rope the ship, they're pulling it close, and they are swarming over, heading towards onto your ship.
Okay. I'm gonna just I'm gonna look at Nyx and like panicked as I see them coming.
Obviously, defend yourself. Defend yourself.
I'm gonna hold my action. Actually, I'm just gonna ready an action. I'm just gonna ready a melee attack.
Okay. And for the record,
Oh,
What?
it's the monkeys.
All right, because you said arm capes, and I was
Those.
just thinking they had like skin flaps like a bat.
kind
They
of.
are kind of like skin
They
flaps,
are.
yeah.
They're detached.
They're flying squirrel monkeys.
Yep. Maybe that's why I should be in your game. Anyway.
Did you said elves and Hadozi?
Yeah, there's 10 Hadozi and 3
Are
elves.
those all considered humanoids?
Yes.
Okay. I chose humans and elves for my favorite enemies, so I don't know what that means, but something.
If you actually pick humans and elves, it's just humans and elves.
Yeah, well, I
Basically,
know.
they broke.
I don't really I think it's just for tracking. Do you get anything else for favorite
I think
enemy?
also persuasion and a few other things.
Okay.
But not to be talked about now, but feel free to look at the Tasha options if you like those better.
Okay. Oh yeah, good call.
Chestnut. So to confirm, Chestnut, you're holding your action, or are you just like delaying your initiative, or are you like, if one comes to me violently, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
it?
ready it. I'm just gonna if it comes near me, I'll ready like my
Okay.
melee action. But I'm not a fighter, so I want to see what
I'm
Nyx
not a
does
fighter.
first. I'm just like halfway there. I'm gonna start grabbing it and then just kind of look at Nyx, and then there's just I'm a little too loyal.
All right.
You see various actions from others. The captain fires his weird wand. The prince actually backs off. He draws his scimitar, but he kind of pulls back and stands behind Nyx.
I'm so glad we're doing this.
Your job.
Yes. My job.
Our job to not fight.
I know his job is to keep me alive until I get home.
Bodyguard's different.
Yeah, and then there's assorted fights that are not going to be rolled out because who cares? You guys are the focus. Ortis, you can get up from your chair. You can get out to have like range to cast a spell with your movement. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can get further than that because it is only. Oh no, it's 30 feet to get outside back onto the deck, so you can definitely get there to be able to ready a firebolt or whatever else if you want to do that.
And I'm currently in number 5.
Yes, you are currently essentially in the center of number 5. So 10, 15, 20, 25. You can basically get anywhere within 10 feet of the door of the deck if you're wanting to join the group.
Okay. Yeah, he'll join.
Okay. You go bolting out the door. You get there in time to see a full-scale battle going on between the various crew member of the Darkatia and the crew of this enemy vessel. You see there are 3 elves in, not that you've seen it, but for everyone else's reference, very similar clothing to this prince. They've got kind of brown, red, gold filigreed. They've got helmets on that actually like completely obscure their faces.
Are these one of your siblings, Prince?
I could not say. As in, literally, I'm not sure. I would assume so.
Lovely. And you don't care about your siblings, right?
I wouldn't say I don't care about my siblings, but it's expected of me to defend myself and prove that I am fit to rule. I'd be more than
I'm
happy
so
to
glad
live
we're
and-
doing that for you, so you don't have to.
I would be more than willing to live and let live, unfortunately. Not everyone is willing to. Sorry, that was... Whose turn are we on? Oh, Ortis.
Mine.
Or Norse. Sorry. So yeah, what do you wish to do?
Do I see any of my? Do I see Twig?
Yeah. Twig, you had readied your... Twig's got his staff. It's kind of glowing a faint color.
I'm gonna
His
aim
voice is
a.
echoing in silence.
Oh right, it's like I'm not muted the whole time, and then I mute myself. It's a habit. I was gonna say, really, it's just the swarm, his like dirt swarm, going like glowing a little bit around the staff.
Yep, Twig is covered in a swarm of fleas.
I'll go ahead and just shoot a firebolt, whichever is closest to him.
Okay. Alright, you blast a firebolt, roll a spell attack.
11 plus 7, 18.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. Not cool. 13.
13 damage, alright. You strike one of the Hadozi, and they crumple on the deck.
Crumple? Oh, okay.
Sword bounces out of their hand and rolls around the deck.
Oh, quick question. Since you say that, can I perceive it to be like a short sword, long sword?
It's a scimitar.
Oh, it's okay.
They respond. Various fights going on that aren't important. 3 of the elves, one of them books it for PETA. One of them sees a strange cat with the fleas and the staff kind of standing alone, looking different from everyone. They approach you. If you're the captain, tell your men to stand down.
Ah, they wouldn't listen to me anyways. She like those knees.
So be it. They swing a sword. Does a 17 hit? 17 says... And that is less than that, so... swings the sword out strife, you smack it aside with a shillelagh, and you think you're not the captain. Champion of, perhaps.
Champion, yes. That's me.
Does one of them go for Nick's chestnut? Yes.
Oh, goody.
Another one draws a rapier and charges straight at you two. I found the wayward prince. Chestnut, you can get your
How
reaction.
tall is the prince? I mean, I know Chestnut can't hide them, but I'm
5
pretty
foot-
tall.
5'7", but also probably closer to 5'11" with the headgear piece.
Thing. Why
A
are you
bush.
wearing that?
A
I
bush
told you to
could
wear
hide it.
common clothes. We deliberately went and got you common clothes for a reason.
We were out in the open and didn't think about it. Besides, as
You
you
look like a
pointed out, I
peacock.
shouldn't be hiding.
Can I rage before I hit it, or would that have been done on my actual action?
I don't see what hurts in letting you have your bonus action to have raged, so go right ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rage.
Technically, no, in case other DMs
Right.
argue with you about this, but
I don't have any other DMs. Just kidding.
we're at round 1 and you haven't acted yet. As far as I'm concerned, you're good.
You basically held your action, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Like deliberate
Okay.
holding actions, I would count more for like I am waiting for this person to finish this spell so I can do this. That's more the reaction.
Well, my wild surge is whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage end, they take 1d6 force damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So come
What's
at
that
me.
look like?
So you have thorns.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she can describe it however she wishes. But
Thorns make sense actually
That's
for Chestnut. That's actually perfect.
And this person has matching armor to Princey.
very similar pattern. Let's see if I can find a picture while she's rolling her attack.
Oh, do you recognize the voice? Is this a sibling?
I only
Because
rolled
if
a
not,
12.
This is not a sibling.
Alright.
I'll check their AC because that actually might be.
That means you're not important, friend. I'm sorry.
Go reckless.
A 12 unfortunately misses.
I can't go reckless as an afterthought. I'm already afterthought raging.
You're level 5, though. You have 2 attacks.
I have 2 attacks. That's a 13 plus 7.
Oh, that definitely.
You get to do the math.
Well, in that case, it's a 13
20.
because my math's horrible. And
20.
yes, the dirty 20 hits.
That is 16.
16 damage. Okay.
That's a pretty good chunk of damage for one hit. Is that with your new weapon or your polearm or your pike?
I don't. That's my pike. I don't have stats for my new weapon.
It's a
During
trident.
break, we
if
will
you want
get
to
your
try that.
stats for your
Oh.
fish.
Nope. Still my trusty pike.
Looks
Cool.
like one of those freaking Breath of the Wild people that are always chasing you around with bananas.
Sweet.
Yuga clan. Yuga clan. That's what
All right. You stab it with your pike. They bleed. They stagger back. Hiding behind dirt and commoners. Pathetic.
rude.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I assure you, you're not going to find another one like Chestnut.
Nyx, it's your turn.
Sorry. It's just that one, right?
Yeah, because one's fighting Peter and one's fighting Twig. And again, the Hidosier are pretty much busy with the crew. It's
I will do.
a wash there. So.
Where's my other D?
I always love DMs who are like, we have to roll for every single NPC. No.
I'm going to do the
Just one.
flames.
They're fighting each other. If you guys win, your team won. It's all good.
Gonna do the flames. I take that much. And I'll just do my thing. Does a 18, and I assume a 10 does a hit, but the 18 hit.
10 does not hit, 18 does. 16 is what you're going for. I have no problem telling you that.
Okay, 8. 13.
13
Uh,
damage.
17, sorry.
17, so 16 plus 17 is 33. I'd like to take a note to give a warm applause for our 2 not warriors who proceeded to scream bloody murder, stab a spear into a guy, while the other one just sliced their own arm open, lit something on a fire, and then out came a scythe.
Only when necessary.
But we're not warriors.
When necessary.
They aren't fighters, to be
True.
fair.
That is 100% fair. We have no
I wasn't
fighters
lying.
in the group. All right.
Grab the 2 most fightery class.
I mean, Twig is a ranger too, but technically, other than Ordis, you're all combat
I
frontliners.
I have a
I
fighting
keep thinking
style.
Twig's a druid. It's because of
Yeah.
the
It's
because the ranger and
The name is Twig.
well, my
Yeah,
fighting style is druidic warrior. So
cantrips and
yeah.
yeah. Nyx, you just pull this scythe out, and then Twig, you are up. An elf has singled you out, thinking you were the captain.
And he's like staring at his knees, and that's why he asked him if he likes those knees. As he marks them, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
The knees?
Yeah, like I don't even know. I mean, how does Hunter's Mark even work? Like, actually, we were like a. Oh, that's a. That's a just 12 plus 8, so that's a dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay, we got D6 for Hunter's Mark, D6 for my Swarm, and my D8. 2 ones. 6, 7, 8, plus 5, so 13 damage for the first hit.
13, okay.
That's 9 plus 8, so 17 to hit for the second hit.
17 hits.
That one gets Hunter's Mark, but not my Swarm bonus. That's another 10 damage magic.
So that's 23 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Magic bludgeoning damage.
Just slam into his knee.
Yeah. Just one knee and then the other knee.
It's completely not fair, but I'm picturing the Muppet Show Robin Hood. How they had Kermit fight, if you've never seen it. They just have the Kermit the Frog puppet with a quarterstaff, and he's just like...
Yes. It's exactly how it looks. Yeah. And I don't get unarmed strike this time because of Hunter's Mark. So, yeah.
All right.
This 10.
Vansel comes up on deck. What did you all do?
Didn't do anything. We're not hunters or fighters. We're not fighters.
Oh,
Pretty sure I broke this guy's knee.
We're bodyguards.
we're not fighters. All right, puts his knife away.
So don't be an idiot.
I'm just following what we're supposed to be doing. Kind of walks over by the prince.
Protect the peacock.
What's going on? Assassins. Didn't we already fight the assassins? More assassins. Top of the round.
How many siblings do you have?
Top of the round.
17.
What the?
12 are
Oof.
still alive.
It's a lot of mouths to feed.
Your parents have issues.
Oh. Are there some multiples? This is not the time.
Stop fighting.
Says the rabbit, by the way.
How did that work? Yeah, says the rabbit.
the rabbit.
That's what you know.
That's way too many siblings.
Look, my parents drew the line at 58, and
That's
My
it.
parents said simply to me, I didn't think you all live, and I understood that.
exactly. They didn't expect all of them to live, but the best one would. Chestnut, it's back around to your turn again.
Okay, I'm going to reckless attack this time. Because I rolled an
Always.
18.
Always reckless.
Okay, so I rolled an 18 plus 7.
That hits.
For 11.
Okay.
And... Oh, wait, I'm reckless. I can roll again. Okay, that's a 17 for the second hit.
Yeah, always give yourself your double roll, if nothing else, to see if you get
Yeah.
20.
For another 11 damage. I need a calculator.
You
Alright,
got
so
10
what if-
calculators.
I'm counting. You are at 55 damage total between the two of you. That was
And then,
There should be a little calculator app on your computer.
so that was Chestnut. Then the allies fire back. Pete is engaged in his fight. The various crew versus the various bad guy crew. Minx comes walking up. Starts walking towards the ship, the helm. Makes areas have sleeves. Just like walks right through the fight. Down! At random elf. And that's the allies' turn.
Just want to see that drawn out where Minx is just walking through and no, and just turns and fights something else.
Ortis. Minx comes pushing past you, grumbling under her breath. The fight seems to be going in your favor. Still about 7 Hadozi up. There are 2 ship crew that have fallen. I mean, obviously, you're not a healer, so you have no idea if they fell, or just they got taken out. All 3 of the elves are still up. One is fighting Twig, one is fighting the captain, and one is fighting Nyx and Chestnut because they are suicidal. What would you like to do, sir? Ortis.
My microphone was off. My bad. You said how many was next to Nyx and...
There's an elf fighting Nyx and Chestnut, an elf fighting Twig, an elf fighting the captain, and then there's about 7 Hadozi still up.
I would like to... I like to firebolt the one that's attacking Nick. I mean, Twig.
Twig? Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
16.
16 hits.
Oh, nice. Oh, 10.
10 damage? Okay. So Twig already done. Okay. Okay. Any movement? Any, going back up out into the deck or anything like that?
I'm gonna kind of like, quote unquote, like, not escort Minx, but make sure Minx gets there. Okay.
Okay. You back up to keep an eye on things. As Ortis throws his firebolt, singeing through the elf against Twig. And at that point in time, it is the enemy's turn. The fight goes back and forth. Hello, Raid. The elf on you, Twig, takes a swing back. You live up to your title, champion, but have you considered not working for people who don't have a future? I am eventually going to hit, I promise. Nope, that is a 15, which we know misses. Alright, they flail a sword against the little cat with the stick who's just...
Hey, if you've ever tried catching a feral cat, it's not easy.
Meanwhile, the one fighting Chestnut and Nyx, you've both stabbed him. Swings one against each. Chestnut, go ahead and roll your damage back to them because they swing at you and get thorns because they don't know that's up yet.
5.
Okay, they take 5 more damage. And then does a 18 hit you?
That is a good question. That is my armor class.
Okay. So, that means you take 5 damage back as a longsword scores across you. Reduced by half this, you take 3. Because yay, barbarian. As you pretty much just no-sell the sword and stab them. The other swing at Nyx is only a 14, which I believe misses you, Nyx.
Yes.
Okay. Swings, catches the scythe blade, and gets knocked to the side. Nyx, now it's your real turn. This guy's flagging. He looks pretty rough. Like holding a wounded chest with the sword in the other hand.
I'm gonna say I'm going for non-lethal. I just want to knock him out.
Okay.
So,
do 87 points of non-lethal slashing
Oh
and
crap! I
fire.
got a nat 20. Well, I was like, I got a nat 20. Okay. Well, crap. That means I did essentially 3 attacks. Okay, and the other one is a 21 to hit.
That hits as well.
Okay.
I'm going
okay.
non-lethal.
Whoosh. 5.
Hey, being in a coma is still alive.
Non-lethal, yep.
Okay. So that's 9 for the first one. The other one is 14. And the other one's 18. So
18?
yeah, 9 and 18.
Okay.
27.
You do indeed knock them unconscious as you use the back end of the scythe blade and just crash them in the temple and then sweep them out from their feet so they slam down onto the deck. Not quite as loud of a crack as you'd expect because the grass breaks their fall a little bit. That is Nyx. Twig, you're up.
I'm gonna do what Twig does best. Well,
Hit their
8.
kneecaps with a stick.
Yeah. 8 plus 8, that's a 16. I think that's what you said we
16
need to
hits,
hit,
yep.
so. Wish I could roll better on my damage. 8, 9, 14 damage that time.
14? Okay.
Two 2s. And a 5.
Still damaged.
Yep. Well, that's a 9 plus 8, so that's going to hit too. It's a 17. 1 less d6 this time. That's a little bit better. That's another 15 damage.
15 total? Okay.
Just 29 total, I think, altogether.
Are you going for non-lethal or lethal?
I mean, you can still live without your knees, right? Your kneecaps.
You hear a sickening crunch as the elf screams. The sword clatters on... Well, it doesn't really clatter because it's grass. Slumps down onto a very shattered leg and topples sideways.
Hey, it'll be all right. And then I'll just use my movement to head towards a different one, I guess.
There's
And then
one
is there...
Peter, and then there's the various crew fights going on.
Yeah, I'll go help out Peter. I got one more attack.
Okay. Yep. You go running up behind.
Ooh, that's a natural 18,
Peter
so that'll hit.
Guy with a sword.
I can't move my hunter's mark though, so just a d6. That's 7 damage from my claw as I run up and just claw him.
You jump across his back. He yells as blood kind of spatters out across the back of his leg. As he staggers back with his face off and he turns back to see a gun barrel at him. I think you chose badly. Now I can let you continue to fight my passengers, or you can surrender. I'd advise the second. And I'll give it to you, Twig. Go ahead and roll me an intimidation.
Oh, I'm so good at intimidating with my 5 charisma.
Yes, but I try not to have the NPCs steal shows when possible, even if they're acting in character.
Oh, that's a D10.
Hey, don't roll
hey, that's not as bad as it could have been. 16 minus 3, so 13.
13. All right.
You just look down and he's just covered in blood, like his fur's all mangy and.
All right. Yeah, the standing elf looks left and right, and he says, "The raid's lost." And you see him bite down very hard.
How close am I to them? Like, how close are we all to them?
I mean, honestly, the entire ship is only 30 feet across and like 55 feet long. Would you like to try and run over there and stop whatever's happening?
Yeah.
For that matter, Cheston and Ortis, you all see this too, because technically this all happens relatively together. And I know I've been a stickler before and said, well, you'll take your action on your initiative. So, if anyone wishes to try anything else, by all means, let me know. This scene plays out. How do you react? Or how do you act during?
Are there any weapons on the ground?
Yeah, there's a handful of
We can do later, Otis. Jeez.
Yep, this is yeah, there are several scimitars laying on the ground and one longsword.
I run for the longsword to grab it, and then I'll follow Nyx and ask Nyx, what do you have in mind?
I just ate something and I'm gonna knock it out of them, hopefully. Or Chestnut, can you punch him really hard, knock the wind out of him?
I've just been standing in horror as Nyx curb stomped this guy in front of me.
Quick
They're
standing there with his
alive.
ears.
I use the blunt end.
I mean, I can try.
Also, I like grab a water skin, just kind of like uncork it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she'll say that. I'll just pick up and fly and head straight to him.
All right, you pop wings and just
Knock the wind out of him.
As one of your party members with a giant stick is literally standing right next to the guy. But it's okay.
Sure, you hear all this conversation, Twig. Do you choose to do anything as well?
I am by Chestnut, though. I'm not by you.
Chestnut says she has it, so
Okay.
he'll just be like,
Chestnut, roll an attack roll.
Just imagine your tiny little furry just go on the guy.
That's 22.
That'll be a hit. Are you just trying to knock it out of them? Or are you grappling them so Nyx can have an easier time? How do you?
Oh no, I'm just gonna hit him.
You're just gonna hit him. All right.
Lethally hit him.
With the spear or with your fist?
No, with my spear. Give me some extra reach.
Okay. Roll damage.
I misunderstood the assignment.
I'm not judging.
Not fighters.
10.
10 damage. That's it? Wow, I'm impressed. You were nice. Yeah. Nyx, you call this out, and then you see Chestnut just fly full speed with the spear, and then just into the guy. You get 2 attacks if you want them.
Yep. Oh, that's a natural one.
Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't go reckless. Nope. It's a natural one.
will you have him roll a Constitution saving throw?
Absolutely. That would be a 6, so I'm sure he fails whatever it is you're having him do.
As this is all happening, the swarm of fairies move on to him and just start swarming him. And he's gonna take 10. I think that's poison damage. And then he has to move 5 feet in a random direction. So let's see which direction he goes.
Over the edge of the boat.
South. He goes south
All right.
as the swarm takes him away, biting and stinging.
And is this lethal or non-lethal damage?
Well,
This
it's
is
poison
non-lethal
damage.
stabbing poison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, regrettably, Nyx, you get there as the guy drops dead from dozens and dozens of stab wounds. One very big one.
You know what's funny?
And
The
100
spell
little
component. The spell component for infestation is a living flea. So that was kind of
So
funny.
you just a swarm ranger, you're just like,
Yeah, right. You'll do.
Health potion won't do anything.
you can try and stabilize him. Like, I've always thought it was silly that NPCs don't do death saves and all that. So
Oh, did you want this one alive, or?
Yes.
All right then.
I got the stuff out of his mouth.
I'll cast Cure Wounds.
You also took a
and
bunch of other stuff out of his mouth. I think that's his tooth over there.
a roll of 1, so that's 6 health.
Okay.
Squall would have loved a tooth.
He jerks back awake.
I'm hog tying him right away.
All right.
Here, feed him this, and I toss one of the scones.
I was waiting for you to give me the candy. I'm glad.
I'm saving that for later.
Oh,
I got
geez,
20
I'm gonna
pieces
have
of
to make
that.
sure I have that table available, aren't I?
I'm just
Oh, yes, you
put
are.
the scone over their mouth as I'm tying up their hands.
All right. You gag them with a scone and tie them up. Roll perception, Nix.
Great. You have another one of those pills in your mouth, don't you?
I'm just gonna point out, Chestnut said she punched the pill out of his mouth, but no one actually specifically declared that.
22.
22. You do see the pill on the ground, off to the side.
It wasn't a
Well,
tooth.
Either way, his mouth has a scone in it now, so he wouldn't have been able to swallow the pill anyways.
That is a good
She
point.
hog-tied the scone around.
That is a good point. That is a good point. So yeah, you guys viciously beat this guy to death, pull him back from the cusp, tie him up, and shove food in his mouth. I thought you said you weren't warriors. Teacher says, looking at you. The three of you, as you're just like,
Yeah, Nix. We're not.
I'm ignoring Peter. I'm dragging this hogtied person to the other person that we knocked out, and I'm going to hogtie them next.
Do you need another scone? Because I'm pretty sure Twig has more.
I would happily take a scone.
Yes, I would like a scone. If Twig will share.
I have plenty.
Peter happily munches on a scone.
I will subtract 2 more from my bag of scones.
I'm going to
I am
keep those
now
way past the
now down
expiration
to-
date.
yeah,
To be used for hogtying people.
gonna be well. They'll turn into just rocks. I can just throw them.
Yeah, rocks.
It's
I'll take
really
I'll
hard
take magic
business.
stone as my next cantrip and just use it on scones. Magic scone, 1d6 damage. Yeah. I'll eat 1 too.
You're taking the magic stone
Does
cantrip,
the
yes.
edge of the boat have like
I don't think I
I
get
don't know how
another
to
one.
describe it. It's wood with like little slats.
Yeah. For all
Right,
intents and purposes, this is a galleon. It's a wooden sailing-looking ship. It's just got a little
That's where I'm
tree
going to
in the
tie
middle
them.
and
I'm going to
grass.
tie them there, but far apart, away from each other. That they
Okay.
can't hopefully do anything.
You bind them and tie them to the ground
Let's go on.
and shove food in their mouth. And on that note, we are going to take a quick break so everyone can get water or refreshment as needed. And when we get back, we'll just go ahead and say when we get back they're waking up so you guys can question them or proceed forward as you wish without the... And now you wait for however long to get...
Right.
But we will return in just a moment.
You know, I like a good HOA actually.
I don't.
Basically throwing money away.
Welcome back, everyone.
You're
Ours
paying
sucks.
someone.
We're building a dog park behind our house.
You're paying someone to charge you fees.
Hey, we're trying
It's
to play
the
D&D
weirdest
here.
thing to me.
In today's adventure, Twig considers home ownership.
Hey,
Does he
he's
take
never had a home.
Chestnut's advice for an HOA, or does he stick
Imagine
to one
Twig,
of the more
this is a
run-down
nice cardboard
neighborhoods?
box.
Yeah.
On it has any
Run
stain.
down.
In
This
today's
cardboard
market,
box
we
is
have
much
a
better than
lovely,
my other one.
we have a lovely cardboard box. In this market, it's a steal, only $863,000.
And you can't park your car on the street.
Nope.
Better remember to bring those garbage cans in.
We never do, and we never get a letter. It's fine.
We get yelled at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The secret is having neighbors that are always worse than you.
And on that note, you guys are tying up 2 elves. There's a third one who's dead. And, yeah. You see a vessel that looks like a Titanic moth tied to yours.
There was only 5 people on there that came down?
The Hidozi surrendered when you guys took out all of the leadership.
We got the arm
There-
flaps.
There are 5 captive, 1 wounded unconscious, and 4 dead. And regrettably, 1 dead on your side.
Yeah.
If you
Didn't
want
really
to
know
talk
that
to
one.
them, I'm sure you can ask Peter, but...
Wait, we can't talk to the dead.
Well, no, there's 5
Mm.
5 healthy captives and 1 unhealthy.
Apparently Peter can, though.
I go pick up a scimitar.
You claim a scimitar. It's just a scimitar mechanically, but it has a few star motifs to it. It's forged a little bit different from what you're used to.
Well,
I'm going to assume this has to do with you, Your Highness. I think that's probably right, but we won't know for sure until you question them. Why don't I let your bodyguards that are not warriors do that?
I believe they said fighters. And I actually never said I wasn't.
No, you didn't. And I appreciate that.
Probably actually the least fighter. It's got this stick.
Let me know if you need my assistance talking to any of them.
All right.
And he strolls off towards the back of the ship.
I go find another scimitar and take it.
Where are you keeping all of these?
See, Boots is collecting swords now.
He's gonna get a third one. He's gonna hold it with his teeth. And
He's going to rename himself to, and I'm going to be a bad anime fan because I don't actually remember. Zola?
Killer Bee.
Oh, I was thinking, what's his name on Zoro? Is it Zoro?
Oh, Zoro.
yes,
Zoro
it's
from One Piece.
Yep.
That was the character I was thinking of, but having never actually seen One Piece,
Well, people usually pretty good at talking to me, but if you two want to try to, I don't know, I really never questioned someone before.
a few moments later, Minx comes stomping back out. You wake me up and stomps downstairs.
Does someone need to be flying this thing?
Are we still attached to the other ship?
It is. It's still attached.
Is it by ropes or?
Yep, there are, honestly, 10 ropes with grapples.
I have an idea. Let's go get on the other ship and steal it, and then we got our own ship, and then they can't abandon us anywhere.
Just read my mind. I was just gonna take it anyway, but yeah, we'll do that.
I was going
We
to
have a free-
recommend that, to be honest. If we have a vessel of the Empire, then it's less likely to be stopped when we return home.
I
But
mean,
I am in your capable hands, I'm sure. Nick spoke well of his friends. God damn it, sorry. I'm sure he's a fantastic leader. He's been a good friend so far.
And we have a pilot now.
We do.
Ooh.
Oh yes, Twig is very good at piloting. I remember.
You.
It did not go so well. But this guy here.
I love how every last one of us fails to point right.
Well, it's because when you go like this, it's
Backwards.
not going like this.
I'm not calling you guys out on that. I have yet to try and point to anyone and not done this. Oh, I
Yeah.
did like that time on accident, where I've not
This
been
one
like
here.
over here off the camera. So there. Yeah, up and down is pretty much the only safe one. I would bow to your expertise on such matters, but it could be a safer approach than... This seems to be a marvelous vessel, but it does stand out like a sore thumb.
So we're just going to abandon this one in space?
Well,
I'm sure the captain would keep his vessel.
yes, Captain.
Oh, just us. Okay. I forget we don't have to bring everyone.
I apologize. I thought you were talking about your party and me, obviously, since you're
Oh
escorting
no,
me.
I was
taking that
just
vessel.
checking. Sometimes clarification's good, you know. It stops things from.
I'm following your lead because I'm an NPC. No.
To the ship.
Do you guys just go? Do you wait and talk to the captives? Do you...
Ah, screw Peter.
I go up to Nyx and I say, could we build our own crew?
We are our own crew. I don't know how
Ignore her.
boats work.
Oh, you're thinking about taking the prize. I suppose I could say that yes to that.
Prize?
Term in ships, when two ships fight, the losing ship is a prize for the winning. Not trying to fight an ownership argument, just... Anyway.
I don't think we're gonna hit any icebergs, so I think we're okay.
I mean, you'd be welcome to the Hadozi. They're usually a mercenary. You could talk to them.
Oh, we have to pay them?
Honestly, any of the ones who came on board with you would be the type to recruit. If anything, they seem afraid of your black-cloaked friend over there more than anything.
How many people does it take to fly a ship? Like more than 4? 5?
Take to fly it? 1.
But I mean,
To
so do we
manage.
man it and take care of it.
have to
would
take care of it?
guess
Ships aren't self. I know nothing about ships apparently.
Ours is,
I'll tell you that
but
ship probably
ours
does not have
regrows.
grass or a tree.
They don't. Yeah.
So not all ships have grass. Interesting.
No, this one's functionally alive.
We could always ask Minx if she wants to go with us. Maybe we could bribe her with eggs or something.
We need something that lays eggs.
I gave her something. I don't know if she still has it, but
Should probably throw a rock at it.
probably when it lay eggs fast enough.
Well,
Did Minx already go back to bed?
She went stomping by.
I'm not gonna ask her.
We should probably do this quietly though, because I mean, I don't. Would Peter take too kindly to us? Just
I'm literally in this conversation with you.
Oh.
What do you-
I thought you left. I thought Peter left. Peter literally walked off.
Did I say he walked off?
I
I
thought he
apologize.
walked
yeah.
I will happily say he walks off and doesn't say that last part. I was more just making fun of the fact that Nyx was just talking to Peter.
Next is talking to Prince.
Oh. Well, there's a hiccup in everything. Anyway.
there's
moving
too many
on.
men on this ship.
Too many peas.
It's as if the DM only has 4 accents. It's annoying.
If they're leaving, if we plan on leaving, Twigs is gonna just run off, back to the room real quick,
Where's he going?
and he'll come back later.
We'll get to you just a
No
second.
idea.
Okay, well he's he seems to have a purpose. So
Did you guys leave anything in your rooms? Oh, is he gonna get one of those little songboats? I hope not.
Yeah, you guys are kind of on the vessel. Do you want to talk to anyone else? Do you want to try and gather a crew? Do you mean you have the captive Hadozi? You have.
How are we attached? Like, how are we gonna get over there?
There's ropes. You'd climb.
Great.
Here is your ship. Here is Butterfly, Straw Moss ship. It came in like this. It roped and went.
All right.
I mean,
I'll just...
all of your perspective is like this because, perception is down below you, but and you're in
Should
space.
we go check out the other ship first before we commit to anything?
Sure.
And I can just fly over there.
The cat attacks you. Does all the damage.
He is. It's yours too.
All right. Yeah. Chestnut just bolts for the airship.
Be careful. There's other people there.
Don't worry about it. I'm not a fighter.
Chestnut, you fly to the other ship, which I was not necessarily expecting, so hold please while I grab a map so I know what to tell you. Yeah. You fly out to another ship. This one's a lot narrower than the one you're on. It's only like 20 feet across at the widest section. But yeah, you find, looks like it has 2 ballistas, and up front, you see a catapult that you're sure is what fired at you up on the higher deck. You don't see any people.
No stowaways or
Not
cages.
From what you can see on the surface, no.
Okay. I'll just fly back around, just do like a loop, come back and be like, looks clear to me.
From the outside, you do not see any sign of crew or other people or movement.
Is it wooden, the whole ship?
It is ceramic, essentially. It's a weird crystal of some sort, but for thinking about in terms, it's technically it's a grown and sculpted organic substance. So, much like chitin or shell.
I cross over to the ship.
Okay. Give me an athletics.
-1, 12.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You're able to climb across. You find yourself on a deck.
Is there anything like not necessarily treasure wise, but there's any like storage boxes or any type of containers on this ship?
Not specifically from your first glance around. There's the surface seems relatively smoothed out. As far as you can tell, the actual surface deck, there's like the deck you're standing on, there is a small gathering area that's like 10 to 15 feet by like 20 maybe. It has a hatch that goes down to a place where you see there's a little area with 2 ballista. You can see there's a higher space up there that has another flat surface. It looks like it's a warship. It looks like it's less designed for like, the ship you're on for all the weirdness is essentially a sailing galleon. It's got flat surfaces. It's got positions for crew and cargo and everything like that. This is essentially a war spaceship. It is very bizarre to you. Looking around quickly, you can find ropes. You can find little hatches that have, supplies you would use for everyday things, mendings, rope, adhesives, that type of thing. But
Is there a door that would probably lead to the inside of the ship?
yes, your easiest one you can see is to go down the hatch into that, and then there's a door. Like you peek into hatch, and there's a door at the back of the area with the crossbows with the ballista.
I'll do that. I'll go down and I'll stealthily go down and listen to see if there's anybody else in there or down there.
You head down there. Go ahead and roll perception.
15.
15. As you're searching through the area, you don't find anything, but you think you hear a faint sound up a set of stairs you find. You go up those stairs, and you can hear faint sound of some sort, like a shifting or a breathing, through a door at the top of the stairs as you come up.
Is it like heavy breathing or just regular breathing?
Just regular breathing. Just someone.
Question for the DM. Can I cast a concentration spell and a non-concentration spell?
Not simultaneously, but once you have a concentration spell going, you can cast non-concentration spells all day long as long as you have slots for it.
All right.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna have Chestnut repeat. You said there's nothing of unease over there.
I mean, I didn't see anything on my go around. I looked as well as I can.
I'll let you continue.
Oh. I'm going to cast Silent Image.
Okay.
And I'm going to have it walk up the stair or down. Wait, was it down or up?
You found a staircase up and then a door at the end.
I'm going to have it walk up the stairs and prep Minor Illusion, like keeping my ear to try and see like what that is.
Okay.
And then prep Minor Illusion just to see what it is.
Okay. The silent image walks to the top of the stairs and stops there because it basically takes up a 5-foot square space and doesn't move. So you put an illusion outside the door, or you like opening the door and putting the illusion in the door. Because it's not a an illusion that'll just walk everywhere. I might be wrong on 5 foot. I think I'm incorrectly clicking on minor image, but let me grab it up for you here. As I remember how to type. Sorry, 15-foot cube. But it's only within that 15-foot cube. You can't really move it around. So like you could walk up, push the door open, and have like the illusion in the room, but you couldn't like start at the bottom of the room and walk it up the stairs and through.
It's farther than 15 feet.
The staircase is essentially taking up 10 feet by itself. Then there's a 5-foot hallway.
Oh.
And then there's a door.
Okay. Can I like simultaneously move with it, if that makes sense?
It doesn't move. Once you've placed it, it's stationary. Like it can move around in its space, but wherever you place it, that 15-foot cube, that's where the illusion can be.
Ah, crap. Well, that was a waste then.
We're talking about silent image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says you can use your action to cause the image to move to any spot within range.
Oh.
As the image changes location, you can alter its appearance so that its movements appear
Remembering it
natural.
wrong. Thank you, Gif. So yes,
Yeah,
you
it's-
can walk through a door. I am remembering it incorrectly.
Okay.
Yeah. It says if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image so that it appears to be walking.
Okay. So if I don't hear anything, then I'm gonna like keep walking. Like I'm still gonna be like far back enough to where I'm like in earshot, but just to keep walking like past the door, just to kind of find out like where the breathing's coming from and
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Okay. It's on the other side of that door. You'd have to open the door to find out more.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna like barely push open the door so whatever it's enough space for the silent image to go through or like peek its head around the corner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of like have it right there so I can keep an eye on the silent image while it's facing.
Sure. What is the silent image? Just you, like ahead of yourself, or?
Oh, no, it's gonna be an image of I don't know exactly what it is, but the character does of whatever came and jumped on our ship.
Okay. One of the elves or one of the Hadozi?
Elves, since I look like an elf.
Sure. You illusion that to the best of your ability. Pop it through the door. I was told the battle is lost. How are you back?
I use minor illusion to say. Oh no, I use minor illusion to kind of grunt, like, like like.
Funny. Message has already been sent. They'll send more. What did you manage to pull off a victory despite pulling the emergency cord?
I have this. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I have the silent image kind of like kneel down, as if like he's like really really hurt, so I can continue listening more and hopefully get more information.
Well, maybe they'll find two derelict vessels in space. Long live the Empire. And then you hear a...
Okay. I have the silent image fall down and then just fade away, which is me like not using the spell anymore.
Okay.
And now I got a question. Can I use message?
Message has a range of, is it 100 or 120 feet? You've used more recent than me, Gif. I was hoping you remembered. I'll pull it up.
Wrong. Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to check. It just had
120
Squall-
feet.
120
just
feet?
had Squall sheet up.
Yeah.
You might be able to catch someone. Let's see here.
You have to know where they're. You have to know where they're at.
Yeah,
though.
you'd have... Like, you can't... It's not like I talked to someone over there. It's...
It's not sending.
You know,
Oh.
for my purposes, I know Kitsu is technically through that wall. I could I could send a message to that to her because it's within that little line right there. But I couldn't be like, I know Gift's that way somewhere. Figure it out.
Yeah, you need sending. Says out the spell, the one with the 25 words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sending.
It goes from message, which is very directional and limited, to sending, which is 25 words and goes anywhere in existence.
In that case, I'm going to go back down the familiar path, go back outside, and if I see anybody, I'm immediately going to get their attention.
Okay. You see Chestnut flying, but we'll pause for a second. Nyx, were you doing anything? Because we know what Chestnut's doing. We know what Ordis is doing.
Next was Chestnut said the place looks all right. I was going to put the prisoners to the edge and let the prince know I'm going to go talk to Peter and tell him we're probably going to take that vessel and pop off. They don't have to worry about us anymore.
Of course. You
Wander over to Peter's door.
Yes. Captain's in the helm.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Wander that way.
Walk to one side of the boat, walk to the other side of the boat.
Right.
You open the door.
Yep.
You see Peter sitting on the check and nonchalantly lean back. He has one foot up over the arm.
Well, you look really busy, so I don't want to bore you with too
We're
much
going
things.
to take the ship because you'll still convince somehow we're planning to abandon you all when really all it is we're giving you a ride to somewhere safe.
Glad you all caught up.
I don't care.
Thank you.
That sounds rude.
No,
I wish you all the best.
Of course you do. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good luck with that helmsman. He's rough, but I mean,
Yes.
you learn by experience.
Tell Minx, because you could talk to her, right? That's what that chat does.
I can.
That she is welcome, and she is welcome to join, and we would provide her with any unique eggs we find. Goodbye. You're not welcome. Waters leaves. It's like, you're gonna try and take my Minx. What the hell?
Sure. Let's see what Minx has to say.
I'm sleeping.
Meanwhile,
Goes to the wall.
Twig, you went back to the fancy rooms, right?
Yeah, I was going to say it was at this time that Twig just comes rushing back up onto the deck. I got him. No one's there because y'all have left.
You look around. Yeah, at this point, Nyx is talking to Peter in the helm room. You can see Chestnut flying around, like on the next ship. You don't see anyone else, other than the prince guy.
He's dragging a tablecloth with a bunch of food,
flapping,
and all the silverware as it's jingling, and he's got a cage of birds, the 2 songbirds, in his hands.
The birds are like,
he's just like,
it's gonna eat me.
What is? I got your birds. Well, the napkins and tablecloth and the silverware as well. Where's everyone? We're still doing this.
I'll see this when I come back to the top.
Nyx, you come back first because yours was a fairly short-cut conversation. You come out and Twig is carrying a bird cage and a giant, satchel of tablecloth bag.
He's basically dragging that one because it's so big. So.
Yeah, I'll help you get that stuff over. Kind of looks at the birds that are going, help me. All right.
Well, these aren't my birds. Is it for Boots?
Oh, Boots. Boots gets birds.
I see you reminded him of his home. It's probably the nicest thing he's ever said to any of us. So I figured,
Yeah, he doesn't really like anyone. So he's kind of hard. Maybe the birds will bring him out of his cage.
Well, if not, there'll be a delicious lunch.
Poor things. Thankfully, I have plenty of biscuits. Right. I'll help yeet stuff and make sure the prince gets over safe.
Okay, so we are going. I've spoken to the Hidozi. They're just mercenaries. They said they'd be more than happy to crew for us. Did you want to try and talk to your people?
Do we actually have any idea where we were going, or?
I can guide you the right way.
I was hoping Prince knew where it was, because no.
I can guide you. At least I know this is small enough to get us to a place where we can get star maps to get the rest of the way home.
All right. Sounds great to me. He'll just start climbing up I don't even know how it's ropes. We're climbing ropes.
Yeah, picture like a ship boarding another ship. There's 10 ropes. It's just that because we're in a vacuum, the ships are at weird slight angles to each other and kind of connected like a
probably just tossing things to you when you get to the other side safely.
Yeah. We have rope. We'll figure it out.
I believe they're called mooring lines.
I apologize. As you guys are tossing things to each other, you do notice a really obnoxious aspect about spell jamming that you hadn't had to deal with until now. Each vessel is giving off its own gravity. Each vessel is giving off its own gravity. So you guys literally, as you
throw something and then it comes back to
it's fighting gravity, and then abruptly, is it fighting gravity?
Yeah. You throw an object and it's just like.
So was I still able to fly around, or did I fly out of one and just like
Oh, you
space
would have
vacuum.
you would have felt it, and I probably should have told you the moment you tried it. Same with Ortis, but
Suddenly you're flying upside
it
down.
was just yeah. You vertigo yourself a little bit because as you fly down, suddenly stock goes from here to there. But you
But
adjust.
I made it to the other one. We're
Yeah,
good.
it's
okay.
not. There's a ton.
I'm
of
not like
space
a
here. It's not
breathless fairy.
Yeah. No. The two ships are actually connected right now. They're sharing an air envelope, which we'll get into learning you all about the joys of that next time too. Yeah. You guys start flying around, and jumping back to you, Chestnut. You are flying back over to the vessel.
Yeah. Did my loop. Let him know it seemed safe.
From the outside,
Maybe
everything still seems safe. Yeah.
did another loop around just in case. Didn't see Ortis or anything, and pop back to the original
Roll
ship.
perception.
Uh, 6.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything else. You do your second loop, and then you said you're going back to the first ship, or
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, just to did one loop, kind of shouted like, looks good, went around again, and then just I'm gonna go back to.
You are flying back to the Darkatia when you see Nyx kind of securing the lines a little more solid, and the Hadozi, the people that were fighting with the elves, you see are taking orders from the prince guy, and helping Twig haul an enormous tablecloth bag of Looney Tunes proportions up the ropes and over to the other ship.
I'll go over and give Twig a hand and bring in his stuff.
Oh, this is for everyone. I know.
Give him a hand in bringing our stuff.
I don't know what we don't know what space monkeys eat. They could very much eat fairies or
You've definitely had
Nixes.
some food traumas.
I certainly hope not.
All right. You guys start dragging stuff over. Ortis, you're inside. You listen for a few moments more, just trying to make sure there's no sound. Oh, and then you said you'd walked back onto the deck. I said you saw Chestnut. Yeah. As you walk back onto the deck, you see Chestnut, and then you see Nyx and Twig, and a bunch of other people starting to hoist. You're assuming supplies across the lines onto the ship.
I kind of not in a Yale, but I immediately tell
More Harvard.
Nick. Yeah.
that's big. I'm more of a Cornell guy myself. So.
I tell Nyx and Twig we have to leave immediately, and then I proceed to tell them everything the dude said about the derelict freighters and reinforcements and all that other stuff.
Like leave the boat, or because we just got here, and look, Twig got you your birds out of your room.
Hey, just figured you were really
Probably
happy
two
about
very angry
these.
canaries in that thing.
I thank you, but
Two-
the
one's
reinforcements will
dead.
come and take over that other boat. So we need to make a decision now before they arrive.
You're right.
Do we tell the other people? Do we just leave old Petey for fend for
Can
himself?
I climb back over to the airship real quick?
Yeah, it's
You guys find the
not
helm and get ready. I'll be right back.
the prince, for what it's worth, as Vansels comes over and starts helping tie stuff down and get stuff stowed, says,
Edie.
"They'll send vessels here. If we're not here, there's no problem. And remember, I am technically the Crown Prince of Zoxis in a Zoxisian ship. We'll be fine. You are under my protection." You, meanwhile, are back on the airship.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
go look
say
for Minx's
looking
room.
as if you can all see eye contact.
Minx's room.
Bundle of hay.
Is there like a blanket?
No, I don't think so.
I'll go to one of the other rooms, find a blanket, bring it back.
Okay, you come in with a blanket.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go out and go to the other ship.
Amazing.
You do that, you drag it like 3 feet, and then it suddenly gets light.
Oh, damn it.
As you see Mink stand up out of the straw. What are you doing?
Take you with us, Minx. We like you.
You like me? That's why you're trying to put me in a sack? Taking me where?
Because Twig said you assault people with rocks, and I didn't want to get hit with a rock.
So
To
you
the other
di-
vessel. I didn't want to wake you up. I was trying to let you sleep.
What's your AC?
Or what? Oh, what's my AC? 17.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. She chucks a rock at you. Nah.
Son of a bitch. Well, think of the eggs we could find, Minx. Let's go.
What do you want? Minx is sleeping.
Okay, just get in the sack, and I'll take you over there, and you can have a nice
you
new bed.
explain what you want. Minx
To help
knows
you
how
not
this
get attacked
works.
by the other vessels.
So you need Minx's expertise because you're incompetent.
No. We like Minx, and we want Minx to come to the other boat.
Because you don't have a good pilot.
No, we have a pilot.
I said a good pilot.
Alright, that's fair.
I'm not knocking the guy. He's new, though.
No, the
First
prince
time
is
I ever
sitting
flew a
there.
ship, hit a mountain.
Alright. I don't think we have to worry about that.
You'd be surprised. They sneak up on you.
Can you get in the sack now?
No.
Can you come with?
Make a persuasion.
Oh, shit. Me! Okay, which one are you?
What's that? You retired the bard and none of you have charisma?
Nope.
I
Even
got
worse.
charisma.
It's
Oh,
fine.
that's true, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, we have a sorcerer.
Not good.
No one brought Tortoise in on the recruit Minx plan.
I got a 14.
14? Be right back.
Alright.
Comes back in a few minutes later. Pack out my things. Don't mix them up.
The hay?
Yes? My things. Everything in this room is my things.
I put some of it
There
on the
is
left
like
side.
essentially
the hay
2
and
full bales of hay if you wrapped it all together, and then again miscellaneous powders, crystals, vials of God knows what, tools.
I'll go half and half with the room and just hope for the best. Make sure
Can
the
I-
eggs don't get damaged.
That's the important part. The
Yes,
eggs.
She comes back a few moments later.
It's very heavy.
You want the best, you have to work for it.
Alright.
She looks at the room and all the stuff you forgot.
I didn't forget anything. I didn't forget anything. I would make sure everything.
Shoving it into a bag on her belt that is not nearly big enough for it, but it all just goes in, no problem.
That's the thing.
You also see she has a big section of sod over one arm and a living tree branch. Alright, Minx is ready to go. Minx told Peter.
Alright.
Peter said he would keep an eye on things. Minx deserves a nap, so Ordis has to fly.
Alright.
That's right.
I think the prince is going to fly, but that's fine. Orders can fly.
You have to be a spellcaster to fly.
God, prince is useless. Can't fight, can't spell. What is he good for? Anyway.
Princing things.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have Chestnut fly? Don't be mean to people just because they're not as good as you.
Well, I was thinking Chestnut
I'm
would
nice
love
to all of
flying.
you
because-
people.
I mean, she has wings already. She should be able to fly. So.
I'll actually have to do the research on that.
That's
If you have
fair.
innate spellcasting as a race, can you operate a spelljammer? Because when they were designed, there was no such thing other than drow. But
I could be good at it.
Well, tieflings.
tieflings didn't have innate spellcasting in 2nd edition.
Oh, 2nd edition. I see what you're saying. Okay.
take all the stuff there. All right, I gotta.
You guys see
I'm
me
good now.
walking up, half asleep. Section of sod that you guys probably Chestnut probably saw her come out with a knife and just cut up a section of the deck's grass, and then chop a branch off the tree.
I think this is a good idea.
I'm gonna have a butterfly covered in grass.
She climbs across. She looks at Twig. Don't let these die.
All right.
Hands you a 2 by 3 foot section of sod and a living tree branch.
He just immediately picks off a piece of the sod and starts eating it.
Kill my plants, I will be angry. I'm gonna sleep now. Heads off into the ship.
Is this cat narcoleptic?
Maybe.
It's quite possible. Kids also just like to sleep. In fact, I could actually use a nap.
You know what? Let me take those, and I'm going to take
Everyone's
the grass and the tree branch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
realistically,
give it
I
to
probably
her.
should have given that to Chestnut, but she
Yeah,
was.
she can cast Druidcraft.
Minx was doing a quick assessment.
Cat.
Exactly. Twig was good. Twig made eggs for her. He's clearly the most trustworthy one.
I'm gonna take those. Go find a pot and just put the branch in it like a tree. Put some little lights on it and a flower.
Like a Christmas tree.
It's Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Yeah.
All right. You guys drag everything onto the vessel.
We got a
But-
ship. We're
You
homeowners.
glance back,
Yep.
and you do see Peter walk out onto the deck. Despite any reservations, I didn't wish any of you ill. If you need help, Minx knows how to reach us.
Sorry.
All right.
I don't deal with people that deal with slavers. That's a red area I'm not going to deal with.
Deal with what?
Goodbye. Good luck with your vessel.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but all right. Also, Minx deals with me, so what's your... Never mind. Not worth arguing about. Have a good journey.
All right.
Enjoy the fish.
Thanks for the hat, by the way.
You're very
Thanks
welcome.
for the-
Dick.
Good times.
Yep. Have a good
Thanks for the birds.
journey.
Thanks for the silverware.
He slowly starts undoing the hooks. You guys start to drift free as you see the Dracotia even out. And head away.
We got a boat. I think ship. Boat ship.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
Tell Artis to get on the boat. Helm, that's the word. Tell Artis to get on the helm, because we shouldn't just sit here. Good night.
Are you up for flying again, Ortis?
As long as someone explores the rest of this ship, sure.
Of course. We gotta have the nicest rooms.
Right. I agree with that.
And as you prepare to start exploring the ship, we will revisit again in 2 weeks.
Dun, dun,
Thank you all for joining us on... What are we calling this one? A Wildspace Folktale. I'm like,
Oh.
we changed the name every campaign. I never know what to call
Right.
it. But yeah, our heroes have a vessel. We'll have to see what comes of that. And we will find out at 8:15 sharp on January the 28th. So thank you all for joining. Thank you, Rudimentary... It's Rudimentary Ralph or Rudimentary Raffle, as well as the raid from Fusca. And give me a second, Mr. Hope, since we're throwing that in at the last possible second, as I'm getting ready to wrap everything up and give everyone the freedom. And my dad joke this did not.
that neon white again.
Yep. Sorry, looking for one that's not a stupid meme. So, Mike, do you agree that Minotaurs should get a charisma boost?
No.
Exactly. They're so likable.
Don't.
And on that note, Mike is deleting Twitch. That's good. And we'll see all of you guys next time as we head off to raid Mina, who's a nice person, and wait to see what lies in store for our very new ship owners.
Yay! We have a ship.
It's like Pokemon.
Bring this up the Discord. Go ahead and send the raid since we are raiding.